Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, to Generations Behind, episode 19. I am one of your hosts, Craig, of Craig's Game Room. To the side of me, the well-dressed Mr. Zach Daily Beating.
Oh,
Zach, how are you today?
I was wearing this shirt last night. Fell asleep when drunk. Fell asleep drunk on the couch. Woke up, brushed my teeth. This is the shirt I'm still wearing. So,
Oh, well, you look
so
you look good last night too, I guess. It's a nice
thank
shirt.
you, thank you. Yeah.
Below us, the luscious slut, Tyler Haight. Mr. Tyler Haight, how are you doing today?
You know, I'm doing pretty good. And I gotta say one thing, I have an announcement to make.
Oh,
Alright? For all you people out there, the Luscious Slut is now on Twitter.
let's go.
Go follow the Luscious Slut, because it is official. Have that account now.
Is it your
also-
same account? Like, am I
No,
already
no,
following
no,
it?
I made a separate account.
Okay, so
Yeah,
I
go
gotta go follow
follow
a new
it.
one. Okay.
So is this
Yeah.
going to be like your shit posting account?
Yeah, I guess so.
There you go.
So I'm gonna have a Luscious Slut account and my main account. So, yeah.
Perfect. And then you'll be able to put in your Twitter bio for your main one, like your spicy account with a little pepper, so that you could link to
Go
the
follow
the
the
real
spicy.
content everyone's trying to find. Got to promote that
we
OnlyFans,
go.
man. How else are you supposed to afford all
Got
these PS5 controllers you want to buy?
Exactly.
This
Too
man
many.
owns 20 PlayStation 5 controllers.
Okay, not 20.
How many do you
but
own, actually?
So I got 2 white ones from launch, which die in 20 minutes. I got that red one, which I don't know if y'all can see in frame.
Mm-mm.
Yep,
Uh,
I can.
yeah, y'all can. Well, Zach and Craig can, but I don't know if y'all viewers
Nah,
can.
viewers can't.
I got the Astrobot one. I got the God of War Ragnarok one. I got the Spider-Man 2 one. I got the 30th anniversary one, and I just ordered the Helldivers 2 one. So got all those. And
You're a
yeah,
broken man.
I'm a crazy menace, so I don't open them because, like, I mean, I'll open them and look at them, but I don't use them. And I suffer with these ones that die in like 20 minutes.
To be fair, I think
So-
most people that buy special edition controllers don't even use them because they want to keep them nice.
Yeah.
I can't relate. I've been using my Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and Smash Bros. Ultimate ones exclusively since I got those, so... Because they are
Man.
Yep.
absolutely beautiful.
This is my current Switch controller. I've been using the Tears of the Kingdom one.
Hell
I
yeah.
have that one.
Beautiful. I still need to finish that game. I'm a bad video game
Oh,
player.
man.
But I don't know. Just the open world doesn't vibe with me as much. But we're not talking about Tears of the Kingdom today. We're going to be talking about winter levels in / winter-ish adjacent games, retro games today. Getting that nice holiday spirit. Last episode of the year. You guys won't see us again until 2025. So it's going to be very exciting. The year went by really fast. It's wild that this show will have been going for about 8 months now by the time that this posts. It's kind of crazy.
Mm.
So, having a good time, though. I did not have a peppermint mocha today. I'm a little sad, but I do have my Ghost
The
Phase
hell,
Pop
man?
energy drink. I decided to get a variety of Ghost energy drinks last night to celebrate me being on a little winter vacation. So I just got a bunch of random flavors. And this one has a little controller on the side. So, clearly this is the gamer drink of all gamer drinks. So I'm
I
going to
had
be
that one. That was
ready.
pretty good.
Yes, sir.
I've never had those drinks, but I am appealed. The Ghost logo guy is appealing to me. I like the little character.
He's kind of like an edgy Snapchat logo.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
into it. I don't know if anyone still uses Snapchat in 2024, but
I still have it. I still receive Snapchats sometimes. I rarely respond, but
oh, good times. But yeah, it's our winter episode. We're feeling wintry. We're feeling cozy. Me and Tyler still living off the high of seeing Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the movie.
So good.
Have you seen it yet, Zach? I haven't talked to you about it.
I have not seen a single Sonic movie.
Really? Is this like, are you trying to actively avoid them?
No, no. So here's what happened. First Sonic movie came out. I told my roommate, like, hey, we should go see this movie I want to see. And she didn't want to see it. So I was like, I'll just catch it on streaming services one day. Never did. Then Sonic 2 came out. I'm like, oh, I got to go watch Sonic 1 before I see this one. Never watched it. Sonic 3 came out. I'm like, I got to watch 1 and 2 first. Haven't watched them. So,
You're missing out.
I know.
Especially-
I want to watch them.
I was gonna say, especially as someone whose favorite Sonic game, I think yours is Sonic Adventure 2, right?
Oh, yeah.
This movie
Oh,
is
yeah.
made
Sonic
for
Adventure
you, so
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I need to watch. I could probably stream the first two, like now,
Yeah.
and just watch those and go check the third one out.
Yeah, I think they're on Paramount Plus. So, but very good time, very enjoyable. I was gonna show them. Well, I show pickups, but I'll show it anyway. I thought it was fun. You go to the movies now, and they like to give you stuff to incentivize you to go to the movies. Since movie theaters are dying, I got some keychains, which is fun. You're only
that's
supposed to
Never
get.
got keychains.
You're only supposed to get like pick one, but it was me and my wife, and in our movie theater, literally like 4 other people went to go see this movie. So they're just like, you could just take one of each if you want. We're like, all right,
Dude,
cool.
those are
So,
awesome.
they're
Should've
really
took 2
cool.
of each.
They're pretty
Should've, like,
nice.
I'll just take
So
one.
I
Isn't it crazy?
I like them. They're weirdly nice quality for being a free movie theater promo.
Isn't it crazy that the original Sonic design was almost so bad that Sega almost didn't make $1 billion?
God, I
We
know.
would not have been this far at all.
Oh no, I don't.
At all.
The first movie would have totally flopped. It's crazy that it got as far as it did. Because I'm like,
yeah.
how does anybody look at that and think that is good?
It's almost the perfect scenario where like it was so bad and they responded so well to it that it was like even better marketing. And now they're 3 movies in and they're all successful and make lots of money and yada yada yada.
I know the conspiracy theorist in me was like almost like, was it a marketing campaign? How did they not know it looked so bad, so bad? But I'm happy that we've come to where we are. People are saying this is the best video game adaptation ever. I don't know if I agree with that, but it is really fun. And especially, like I said, if you're a Sonic Adventure 2 fan, this is a Hollywood movie made specifically for you. So
Exactly. I felt it straight in my lungs.
in your lungs.
I'm just gonna keep saying that now.
Clearly,
It's
these
great.
people have not seen Tom Holland's Uncharted, which is just an amazing film.
Have you watched
Came out
that?
on my birthday. I went to see it on
it's-
my birthday.
It's okay.
It's all right.
It's okay.
It's all right. It's all right. The Last of Us TV
not
show
bad.
was great. Naughty Dog did better with that one.
Yeah, that was a good show.
Hot take: The Last of Us TV show is better than The Last of Us game because you don't have to play it.
I mean, I haven't played. So the original Last of Us, y'all are gonna make fun of me. I never played the original Last of Us. I only watched a long play.
Oh
of
my
it.
god damn it!
I'm dead serious.
Again!
But I have played Last of Us 2.
That's worse!
What? Yeah, this man's
Why
having
did
all
you-
the hot
Why
takes
didn't
tonight.
you just
Yeah, I
play
don't see
the
any
first
Sonic.
one?
So when the first one came out, I can't remember exactly why, but either I couldn't buy it or I didn't have the money to buy it, or I don't remember what was going on. So I just watched an entire YouTube playthrough of the whole game. And then I played the second one when it came out.
Jesus.
I don't know if that's crazy or not.
That
but
is crazy,
It's the life
actually.
it's the life I live.
See, them remastering The Last of Us 3 times is meant for you. They're telling you to finally play the damn game.
And it's so funny because I fought hard. Like, I'm not going to buy that shit. I've never played it.
You're like, no way. They're not getting my
No
money.
way.
I've
I
avoided
do have
it
it
this
like
long.
on PS Plus in some way, so I'm pretty sure I have access to it. So.
Oh, for sure. I that's one thing I need to do this winter break is upgrade to the premium for PlayStation Plus so I could play some PS1 and PS2 games. I think that'd be good. I haven't been doing enough
Yeah.
retro lately. When we'll talk about games we've been playing later. I've been
Gotta play some
I've been a
Mr.
bad
Mosquito, babe.
retro game podcast co-host because I haven't been playing any retro games.
Gotta
But
play Mr. Mosquito.
I could play that Mr.
Let me know your
Mosquito.
thoughts.
But I don't know if I will do the platinum trophy because you made it sound super annoying when you talked about it.
Oh, dude, I had to watch a speed run just to find out and get everything.
One of the trophies you have to watch a long play of the game. Verify that you watched a long play of it.
Eventually, what I did.
Dude, that is bonkers. Oh my, I can't get over that. That's so funny to me. You're insane. Have you played Clock Tower yet, by the way?
No, because I was going to buy. I wanted to buy it physically. Then I realized that a little too late that it was like a limited run thing.
Yeah.
And then I was upset, so I didn't buy it. But it is on sale right now on the eShop for $15.
There you go.
You can also get the Asian English one on Play Asia.
That's true.
Is it
Plays
still
in English.
available?
Yeah,
I
because
think
it's
so.
not limited.
Yeah.
Oh, it's for Play Asia. It's like an actual release.
Yeah.
Not a limited. Okay. Huh. Okay, maybe I'll do that.
I say you don't alphabetize your games. Why would you care what region they come from?
Exactly. I mean, who cares, right?
You got that PAL copy of Ring Fit Adventure behind you. See that thing
yeah,
like a
I
fucking
just-
eyesore.
I'm now noticing that Uncharted Drake's Fortune is before Uncharted 2, so I need to fix that. So
Wait,
I hate you.
Uncharted 4 Drake's Fortune
No, Uncharted 1, Drake's
Okay.
Fortune. Uncharted, so,
It's terrible.
yeah.
You
This
take,
man has issues.
you
He just got like 3 red flags in like the first 20 minutes of this
it's
episode.
true. We just lost tons of subscribers. Everybody stop
my role.
listening.
Okay, I still love you.
I don't, but it's fine. So,
It's okay.
this episode
I'm
we'll be
trying my
talking
best.
about favorite winter levels in games and retro video games. We appreciate you all listening. We got a couple of write-ins from the audience. We got Patrick saying, "This is Patrick. Retro handheld game episode in the works ? Yeah, I think that'd be a fun idea.
Pretty cool one.
I would love to do that. And it'd be interesting to talk about because obviously we all grew up with Nintendo handhelds. But like most people, most people didn't have a Game Gear or a Neo Geo or a Lynx or different things like that. And those are all consoles that I started to check out when I got older that I find interesting. So it'd be fun to kind of talk about the stuff that I went back and checked out, I think. So especially Neo Geo Pocket Color. Absolutely love that machine. And the Game Gear, which I do enjoy more than the Game Boy. So it's a great system. It's basically like a portable. It's like it's like a portable Master System. It's almost like in between Master System and Genesis. So cool, interesting, weird, high quality stuff in there. John wrote in. John said, "John here asking if there's any plans on having guests on the podcast." I'll ask how you guys feel about that.
I feel like I'm always a guest on the podcast anyhow, so.
Why are you a guest? You're a co-host.
Because I'm this freak who doesn't play his games. I watch long plays, and I don't know what I'm doing here.
No.
I'm trying my best.
You're not a guest. We love you. You're not a guest. You're the lungs of the show.
I'm still waiting for the lungs in my lungs.
Mhm.
I'm still waiting for the episode that we have where we have Jason as a special guest, and we have Jason and Zach debate on action
Oh,
RPGs and turn-based RPGs. I feel like that would be a damn
I
good
might get
episode.
belligerent.
like that would be good. Yeah, we had a topic about something we wanted to do with Christian.
That's true. I'll say, because I don't know if I brought it up to him or not yet, but we always talk about how we want to do a Sonic Adventure versus Mario 64 debate. Me and Tyler versus Zach and our boy Bird Dog, because we all have very strong opinions on those games. So I think
The
that'd be
real
a lot of
host
fun.
the show will obviously be the winner, but
True. I mean, I get final say. This is my fucking YouTube channel, bitches. So
It would be a funny bit though, to do that, and then the next episode, I welcome back to Generations Behind. We change all the labeling. It's like Zach's game room.
we just put like a skeleton in my chair.
Yeah, he's
me and
dead.
Zach do a whole episode ourselves.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I
For a
know.
second, Craig. All silence, and then just goes back.
It's gonna be inevitable probably that one of us will miss an episode one day. So I don't know. I wonder what it would be better if we did do like just 2 people, or if we brought in like a friend to do the fill-in or what. But I would definitely be down for guests on the show. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We have a lot of other friends that are content creators of some way, shape, or form. So if we feel that like they have a lot to add to the conversation, or they just have something they really want to talk about, and we'd all be down for it, yeah, why not? So if you're a friend of ours, or even if you're not a friend of ours, it doesn't hurt to reach out. Never
Yeah,
hurts
like
to
that
ask.
Jason
So
asshole.
Yeah. Dude, I'm waiting for the day I can get you guys in like a party chat, like on PlayStation. But they
Sure, he's
said
a
the
nice
one
fella.
time, one time we were like playing, he literally said he was like, we should see if we can get Zach in here, and I was like, I mean, it could.
no, he's gonna be passed out drunk. He doesn't go on party chat.
Just barking at
Yeah.
the mic.
Down, boy, down. Well, thank you, boys, for writing in. Next episode I wanted to mention, we're going to do kind of like a 2020 recap kind of episode. So we'll be talking not so much
2020 or 2024?
2024. It's episode 20.
it's
Thank
all
you for
about
correcting
COVID,
me.
so.
I am missing many brain cells. So we're going to talk
You gotta
about
stop drinking
kinda-
that ghost energy,
Dude,
man.
that ghost energy. I'm probably losing brain matter every sip. I have no doubt in my mind. Who knows what kind of chemicals are in this bad boy.
Probably
Um,
worse than sniffing gasoline. Like,
So we want to do kind of like just like a general overview of our 2024. Talk about some of the games we played, our favorites, like our favorite game of the year, our favorite retro game we went back and played, our favorite indie
favorite pickups.
Yeah, favorite pickups. See, he's giving me ideas right now. We haven't really planned this out yet. It's just kind of throwing things out there, so feel free to add. One thing I want to do, though, is how we do our ranking episodes for our favorite games for consoles. We're going to do that, but with the games that we did for the show. By default, Zach's number 6 or 7 or whatever we do will probably be Clock Tower because he didn't play it. But
I don't know.
He makes it number 1 just to be an ass.
Who knows if he really ever finished Paper Mario?
That's true.
It's true. There's no evidence.
He showed on camera that he was on the final boss still. So, but yeah, so we're gonna just kind of an overview. So if you guys want to write in your favorite, retro game you went back to play, your favorite game from the year overall, favorite indies, different things like that, gonna be a not so retro episode of a retro gaming podcast. But that's okay because sometimes we just want to talk games, and we figured end of the year / beginning of the next year is the best time to do that.
Following that, we're gonna go retro. We going retro.
Oh yeah, because after that, we're gonna do the Golden Axe trilogy, which Tyler's super excited about. And it's funny because I've talked to mutual friends, and everyone's in agreement. Nobody knew you were a Golden Axe fan, even though apparently it's one of your favorite things. So
I love it. I don't know,
but you never talk about it.
Jason, one year for Christmas got me this Golden Axe. It might be my birthday. No, I think it was Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
The little forgetting the word for it.
The Golden Axe?
No. All right, just keep going. But it's the little. Why am I forgetting this name? The little short guy.
Because you're a fake fan.
There's a thing for it. Yeah, I guess so. I guess I'm a fan. All right, that next episode is canceled.
No more Golden Axe, boys. The is that one of the Sega franchises that's coming back? When they did their sizzle reel of different things, so
as long as it's not as bad as the PS3 one.
Yeah, I've heard that's pretty bad.
Yeah. That's why we're not including that one in the episode.
All right, boys. Why don't we talk about what we've been playing? Tyler, you left yours blank on the episode show notes because you're a bitch, so why don't you go first?
No, it's because my computer's a dinosaur, and if I open the show notes on this computer, my shit's going to crash.
That's fair.
Okay, so...
His computer from 2009.
Next episode, we're going to have upgrades, guys. You might not even see this background. You're probably going to see that background, but I don't know. Depends how I set this thing up. But what have I been playing? What has the luscious slut been playing these days? Well, so, playing quite a bit, actually. But not, deep dives into them, So, played Crash Team Racing, Nitro Fueled, went back to that game. They added it to Game Pass, and I asked Christian if he wanted to check it out, and so we played that together. He's saying apparently I'm very good at the game, and I got problems, but oh well. That game's fun. That's one that I feel like they did really good with adding a lot of post-game content and stuff. Kind of wish Crash Team Rumble would have went that far with it, but
yeah, but no one bought it, unfortunately.
I played that game so much.
I heard it was
so many hours.
I still need to try I need to try Crash Team Racing. I never played the PS1 version, and I've never played the PS4 version remastered. So
same here.
You got it.
Never played
you got it. You both got Xbox Series X's. Download on Game Pass.
I have a Series S. I'm a chump.
Okay, you both got Series consoles. Download it and let's play. What are you gonna say?
I have had my Series X for 2 months. I've downloaded a dozen games. I have not played a single game a single time.
All right, so real quick, just saying, when I got my Series X, because I got it for free through signing up for Verizon Internet.
What the hell?
I was like, oh man, yeah, they had a special promo where if you switched to Verizon, which RCN, whatever astound you call it, was shit. It was terrible. It was getting real bad. So I got Verizon Fios, the highest one for cheaper than what I was paying with RCN.
Baller.
And they were like, oh yeah, you get a $200. I got a $200 Amazon gift card, a free Series X, and some Wi-Fi adapter thing, some shit. I don't know.
Was your internet also cheaper afterwards?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And my price is locked in for 2 years.
That's pretty baller.
5 years, something like that. So I did that, and so I was like, oh man, what can I download on the Series X? So I downloaded Feeding Frenzy, and I played through that.
Hell yeah.
I'm not fully done with it, but love that game.
Classic Xbox Live Arcade title.
Which actually, I played that a little after CTR, so I could throw that in my
Is
playing.
it the one
So
where you like
Yeah.
you get like your fish and you get to be a bigger fish?
yeah, like each
Okay.
level, you just go up 3 levels, and then
Yeah, yeah,
eventually you
yeah.
become different fish. Yeah,
Yeah.
did that. Played a little bit of Squirrel with a gun. Pretty fun. Going around shooting people with rocket launchers and shotguns, and they go flying and shit. That's a good time.
That seems like an easy trophy fodder game. Is that what it is, or is it actually a fun game?
It's both. Like the
Perfect.
trophies, you could finish it in like 8 to 10 hours probably. Like I didn't finish it yet, but Jason did, and I think that's how long it took him
Seems like a
about.
long playtime for a meme game.
It's fun though, dude. And it's like their areas are like kind of open sandbox. You just go around and do whatever, so it's fun. Uh, they added it to the PlayStation Classics catalog, Jack and Daxter, so I started playing through that. Uh, the only thing I don't like about that is going back to it. There's like inverted controls for looking left and right.
Oh, that drives me
Ooh.
crazy.
So and you can't change it, and it was driving me a little nuts.
I heard that it has a different platinum list too, or trophy list than the
Some
Vita and
trophies are
PS3
a little
version, which is
different.
cool.
Yeah. Also played Phasmophobia. Don't know what that is. It's like a ghost hunting type game. You gotta go into a house or whatever location. You use different equipment. Try to figure out this big list of ghost types, what kind it is, and all that. 4-player co-op. Played that with Jonathan, my buddy Matt, and Hector. What else did I play? Man, I played a lot. I didn't think I played a lot. Bought this game called Arma Reforger. I guess it's been on PC for a while. They finally added it to console. It's like a giant war game. You just join all these servers, and it has like 150 players in a server, one team against one team, huge map. It's like an actual war happening, and it's like real time. Like it just keeps going.
That sounds dope.
Never ends. So that's pretty cool. Played through that. Played Marvel Rivals. That game, it's like Overwatch. Really fun. Actually played a bit of it last night with buddy Craig here. Tried to get Zach, but he was drunk on the couch.
We did try to get
We
Zach
also
in.
and we also played with Christian.
To be clear, I know I just want to clear my name a little bit. I know I said I was drunk on the couch. I wasn't actually. I went to bed of my own volition. So,
Sure.
But the jalapeno
Yeah.
margaritas were yummy.
Go watch a long play of Marvel
It
Rivals.
did assist
Long
me.
play of Marvel Rivals.
Every map. Or is there more than one map?
Every map, every
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, every map, every character. Yeah.
So yeah, I have a lot of fun with Marvel Rivals. It's pretty much like Overwatch. If you don't know, better than Overwatch in my opinion.
Yeah,
And I like it's a
Oh, sorry.
Go
Go ahead.
no, it's a free to play game that I feel does it right in the beginning because there's like 31 or 32 characters. All of them are free in the beginning, and the battle pass system is cool because that doesn't expire. Like you don't have a certain time to finish it. If you get the
Yeah.
battle pass, you have forever to finish it, which is neat. I
Mhm.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it a
More
lot
games should do
too.
that.
I've been playing it as well. I guess I'll give a little bit of thoughts just because you're talking about it. I think it's very fun. It was weird to me because I played a lot of Overwatch the first 2 years it was out. I was very into it. So it's weird playing this kind of game, but not in first person. so it feels very weird to me because I got so used to the way that plays. But I'm used to the third person perspective of Marvel Rivals now. I don't know. There's something about it where it's just kind of like it's very much copying the Overwatch formula, but it reminds me more of Overwatch when it first came out, opposed to what Overwatch became over the years. So I'm really enjoying it. It's like I'm weird. It's like a nostalgic feeling of playing this game, even though it's brand new, which is funny and interesting. But I like it a lot. It has an interesting and diverse cast. It's not just like all MCU characters, which is cool. They got some more niche characters thrown in there. My wife is not really currently, but was a very big Marvel and specifically X-Men fan. And there's a lot of deep cut characters like Cloak and Dagger and things like that. And she was like, holy cow, they were remembered. So it's like she was enjoying watching me play and kind of seeing the different choices that they made and the character designs and stuff. So it seems like if you're like a big Marvel nerd, it's something that you really enjoy. But even if you're not a comic book fan, I don't really read comic books. I've seen a lot of MCU movies. I've read some Spider-Man comics over the years. I've played some superhero games. I'm really enjoying it a lot. Everything plays good. I like the weird little vibrations that every movement has on the PS5 DualSense controller, which is kind of fun. it's like pretty much everything you do has some sort of feedback, but it's like not annoying. It's just subtle enough to be kind of cool and interesting and add to the feeling of the momentum of the game, especially when things are getting real tense and there's a lot going on. And I played it solo for maybe about 5 or so hours, and then last night I played for a couple hours with Tyler and Christian. Had a very, very good time. So it's something that I think I'll probably keep going back to for at least a little while on the regular. And I'd like to try to get like a full squad of 6 eventually. I think that'd be a lot of fun. So we need to get Zach on board, and then we'll need to find a couple of other fellas that I'm sure you guys might know to want to play. Probably maybe get a whole team going.
I could probably get Brendan involved. I think Brendan wants to play it.
Hell yeah! So we should do
Jonathan
that.
would want to play.
And
that game.
I
That'd be sick.
was gonna say, most importantly, the game is cross-platform too, so you play it on whatever you want. So like Chris was playing on his Xbox, me and Tyler were playing on our PlayStations. But it's not cross-progression. So whatever console you started on, you want to make sure you stick to it. Because I was glad I hadn't paid any money when I went from playing it on my Xbox downstairs just to try it out and then going upstairs to play it on my PlayStation. Because I would have been annoyed if I spent money and couldn't transfer anything over from one account to the other.
Yeah.
I think, does Fortnite have cross-progression? Is that like the only one?
I think Fortnite, yeah, it's like you log into your Epic Games account.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
actually kind of a problem with that actually. I played a lot of Fortnite on my Switch, and my PlayStation has a different Epic Games account. So when I tried to get Fortnite on my PlayStation years later, I tried to like transfer the accounts, and I was having email back and forth with them for like weeks and weeks and weeks, but couldn't get it like to work. And I just gave up.
That's a bummer.
Because they're like, do this for me, and I do it for them, and they get back to me like a week later, then I do this, and it just wasn't working.
Man, that does suck.
Yeah.
But I will say, like Tyler said, all the characters are free, which is nice. You're only paying for cosmetics, and I blame Fortnite for this $20 skins. Ridiculous. I'm never going to be okay with that. That's always going to be annoying. So,
yeah.
Do you unlock skins in the Battle Pass?
yes.
Yeah.
Do you unlock currency in the Battle Pass?
Not a lot.
Yeah, not a lot, but
Okay.
there's some in it.
There's some,
What
but not.
Fortnite
one thing,
But it's like the amount of currency is like maybe like a fifth of what it costs for a cosmetic. So it's like
Okay, 'cause
very minimal.
The way Fortnite works is if you play through a whole battle pass in a season, you'll unlock enough currency to purchase the next battle pass,
Yeah.
and then have a little extra currency left over.
Mm.
So over the course of a couple seasons, you'll get like one free skin basically.
Mhm.
If you play the whole time,
Mhm.
or you can just buy them for $20 a piece, which
Yeah.
is outrageous.
And it might be this way for this game too. I'm very new to kind of like free. I don't play a lot of free to play. I don't really play any multiplayer games. This is the first multiplayer game I think I've played in like probably 3 or 4 years, honestly. So it's like this is like a whole different world to me. But right now I'm definitely feeling the high of it. So and it's a lot of fun. So recommend to everyone.
Yeah, I'll check it out.
Faux show. Anything else on your list, Tyler?
Lastly, last night I played a little bit of Balatro in the Luscious Hours, so didn't get to do too much or too far, but it definitely kept me up for a good bit, and that was a pretty good time. So I'm looking forward to playing more of that.
Oh yeah, Balatra's so good.
Were you listening to the theme song while you're playing it? Was it drawing you into the screen
It was pretty good.
as you were playing? Yeah.
Pretty good.
Dude, I love the Balatra song. It's such a vibe.
It puts me in a trance, dude. If I have like a headset on, it's just that. I'll like just focus on the screen and just become one.
Yeah. Video game music is so cool. Shout out to video game music.
Shout out to that one guy who's an anonymous Canadian who just made Balatro and has not revealed himself in any way. It's
Yeah,
just
we
like this-
still don't know who he is yet, huh?
Yeah, it's just some Canadian dude, and
Man
apparently
won an
he
award
was
at the Game Awards and had people show up.
at the Game Awards. He said he was just there anonymously.
That's
he was
really
just
funny.
in the crowd. But yeah,
That's
he
really
has people
funny.
speak on his behalf and stuff. He's just some guy.
Doesn't want to. I kind of respect that though. So that he doesn't.
Yeah, good for him. I mean,
He
he didn't ask to be like a new celebrity.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Shout out to
Good for him.
Balatro. I love Balatro. I've only won 2 full rounds so far, so I haven't been very lucky or smart with my deck building, but it seems like eventually people always get good enough to where they're always winning rounds. Like they kind of just know what to do and what to pick. So
yeah, that's why you got to increase the stakes. You got to play on like the harder chips.
that's fair. I haven't done that yet. I'm too afraid. So
Yeah.
all right, Zach, why don't you talk about what you've been playing?
I am now officially 48 hours into Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Oh my
Um,
god.
I think
The
I
never-ending
think I'm at
game.
I think I'm at the end. I kind of committed. This is my own fault. I do enjoy the Mario and Luigi games. I do enjoy this game. Still too long. Um, it's done this thing. Well, I want to do all the side quests. I want to do all the optional content just to see how long it would take me. And it's done this thing where it's done a fake out last boss twice now,
Oh my
where it's
god.
like this is the last fight two times, and now I'm doing like a go back and like get all my friends ready to power of friendship defeat evil. I'm like, come on, guys, 50 hours in this game, we shouldn't be doing this. Um, so I might finish that this weekend. Who knows? Hopefully. Um, I played a little bit more Fish Like. I think I mentioned that on the last episode.
Yes.
It's just a WarioWare ripoff on the Steam Deck, just
Mhm.
a indie WarioWare. It's very good though. It's a little difficult though. It's kind of a WarioWare made for people who've played WarioWares. Like it's not super easy.
No, it's
Um,
not. I bought it after
yeah,
you mentioned it on the show, and
it's tough.
it's tough.
I think it's meant for you to play like with a mouse, but you can play touch on the Steam Deck. So basically, I'm playing with the Steam Deck in my lap, and I'm touching the screen, and I have like my left thumb on the D-pad for the D-pad games. Oh, got a little thumbs up there.
What's that?
Um, but it's tough. I'm enjoying it. I'm on the last set of games, so I should finish that this weekend also. Um, yeah, good $3 game, honestly.
Yeah,
I
especially
can't
for the
complain.
price, it's like you might as well try it, right? If you know you like that kind of game.
Yep. And then, last but not least, I did finally start Metaphor, and I'm like 20 hours into it. I'm enjoying it thoroughly, having a really good time. I doubt I can finish by the end of the year, just because I know it's going to take me like at least 60 more hours.
Yeah, I
But
think I was
you
around the
know,
60-hour mark, so
okay. So yeah, I probably won't finish by the end of the year, but I'll try to get a good chunk of it done. But yeah, liking it a lot.
how do you feel like you like it compared to Persona? Is it weird playing them back to back?
Um, I wouldn't say it's weird. They're just different enough, like where like I have a appreciation for the process and like how to spend my time. Um, I I don't know. So I have pros and cons. One, I just generally like fantasy settings more. I'm a fantasy mark. I'll any fantasy setting I'm gonna like more than like a modern day setting. Just is
Hmm.
how I am. Um, as far as the story goes, I'm already invested in the story, but I also remember being invested in Persona's story pretty early on also. But I think Metaphor does a good job of. I feel like I'm constantly I feel like more actions happening more often. I haven't gone through like a week of just time like uh you know social stuff. Yeah, I feel like it's a better pace back and forth. I will say the combat is weird with the overworld stuff where you like attack the enemies. You can get like the jump on them or they can get the jump on you. But similar to Persona, but in Metaphor, I feel like it's super imbalanced. If you get the jump on them, they're like stunned for a whole turn, and you can basically just take them out before they ever attack you. And if the opposite happens, they get the jump on you. I feel like they wipe you super easy. So it's really like important to make sure you get the advantage going into the battles
Yeah,
so far.
I think the difficulty of Metaphor is more adjacent to Shin Megami Tensei than it is Persona. So
Is that a I haven't played Shin Megami Tensei. So you're saying it's easier or harder?
harder. Shin Megami Tensei games are harder than Persona games overall.
Gotcha.
A lot more like one mistake and you're done kind of thing. So
Yeah, if the enemy gets the advantage on you, I feel like you just lose. And then like all your turns are based around like how many active members you have like that aren't knocked out. So if they
mhm.
knock out a party member, you're like fighting from behind already, with like number of turns.
Yeah,
So it's pretty tough.
it's punishing, but I don't think it's unfair. So that's why I like it.
No. And you can reset any battle. Like if things didn't go well, you just
Yeah.
restart the whole battle from the start. So that's pretty forgiving.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very, very good game. I absolutely love Metaphor. So glad to hear you're enjoying it.
Yep,
I think
yep, it's
Tyler
great.
Tyler will get to it one day because I know he wants
Should
to.
be getting it for Christmas.
I know you want to play the East 10 though first, don't you?
Hey, who knows now? I might as well wait for enhanced version
Yep.
since
Yeah, Zach, did
Miss
you
America
hear?
is pulling an Atlas now.
Falcom is pulling an Atlas, and they're doing a
Yeah.
re-release version of East 10 with more content, like a year later.
Didn't they Wait, because I'm a little out of the loop on the Ys series. Did the game not just come out?
Yeah, and they
It
already
came out
Did
here
North
in the
America?
States.
So
yeah.
Yeah.
okay, so the Japan one's been out for a while, I guess. I
Yeah.
take it.
And of
Yeah.
course, the American one comes out. They wait a couple weeks and are like, "Hey, just so you know, we're doing a
Like
really
a- like-
big enhanced version."
Yeah, like their version of like Persona 5 Royal, basically.
They did you
Is
see
that
they
also going to
announced?
come out later, or is it going to come out day and date?
Probably
I don't
later.
know.
Usually Falcom games come out like months to a year later in America,
Yeah.
so
That's
You
crazy.
seen they're doing a East versus Trails of the Sky game? Trails in
no.
the Sky.
How weird.
Yeah, it's like an East versus Trails in the Sky, some single player or co-op like battle game. They just announced like what? That's kind of neat.
Interesting.
Which real quick, hold on, I gotta throw this out here. How weird is it that Trails in the Sky, the remaster, is exclusive to Amazon for the physical version? If you want the collectors, it's on limited run games. You can't buy it anywhere else.
Really?
Amazon. The physical is on Amazon, the standard one. Limited edition is on limited run games.
How weird.
Interesting.
Like, what?
Limited Run has Jeff Bezos by the balls, it seems.
The Trails games have been doing so good, like recently, that I'm like literally all those games is another thing where like Japan gets them early, but Trails of Daybreak 2 is gonna be the first one where I think it's a worldwide release.
Interesting.
But then they're like, oh yeah, this Trails game though, Amazon.
Very
I
strange.
don't know. I don't get it.
I don't know. One day I'll binge that entire series like a madman and put, 3,000 hours into one game series in 1 year. So,
I was just about to, but then they announced the remake, and I was like, ooh, kind of want to wait for that.
and I kind of want to too, but then I'm like, then it's going to be possibly even harder to play the other games
To
in the
go to,
series that
yeah.
aren't remade. And then I don't want to have to wait years for those to get remade too. So,
I don't know. With how fast they release them, it might be like a year-on-year thing.
yeah, these games come out weirdly frequently for how small the team
Yeah.
is. Like, I think Falcom is like less than 100 people. It's like they're basically an indie team, which is crazy. Very strange and
Yeah.
very interesting.
But anyway, the Bodacious Slut, what have you been playing?
Is that me? Am I bodacious?
Oh, wait, is Zach done?
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I was last.
Okay, yeah, Bodacious.
There we go. I'll take it. So, after I already talked about Marvel Rivals, I was talking to these boys about a week ago, I think, and I was like, I think I'm ready to finally play through my first, Soulsborne game and, really get it done. And,
Excellent.
Zach told me maybe don't start with Demon Souls, so of course that's why I decided to go with was Demon Souls. And I'm playing the PS5 remaster just because of how absolutely beautiful it is. I own it on PS3 as well, but I figured I'd play the newer version,
Play the newer version for sure.
And I was going to say, it has the online elements that people are going to be actively around and stuff like that. So, seems like the way to go. I've only played for maybe about 3-ish hours. I got through the first boss, and I've made it to the second boss and hit a brick wall, so that's fun. So I definitely got to figure out how to get through the Tower Knight. I'm not sure. I've been texting Zach a little bit. He's been giving me some hot tips, so slowly finding my way.
It's good you're playing the PS5 one, the PS3 version. So, you can roll in any direction.
Mhm.
On the PS3, you can only roll forward, backwards, left, and right.
Oh,
there
man.
was no omnidirectional rolling.
That's brutal.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just like a whole step of it's disgusting.
Man, have you played the PS3 version as well?
I've not played PS3 version.
Isn't that crazy that's an Atlas game in America that they published it
It's
here?
The whole
So weird.
FromSoft has a bunch of weird publishers like Activision published Sekiro.
Yeah.
And then Sony published a couple of them, and then Atlas, and then it's just they're kind of all over the place. Bandai, yeah. So
It's very strange. But yeah, I'm enjoying that so far. Very difficult, but I think that's the one big game I want to try to knock out while I'm on my little winter vacation from work because it's not a long game. It's like if you look up long plays of this game, like Zach would, it's only about 8 to 10 hours. But it seems like the big issue is just the difficulty in learning how the game actually works. So I'm sure it'll take me probably closer to 25 to 30 if I had to guess. So
I'll also say this game, to some of the other games have this also, but this game is more guilty of this. It gets easier as you go. I feel like. I feel like once you get a build going, and the way it's level based, you've noticed how you pick which place you want to go to. Those are all meant scaled to you can start with any of them.
Mm.
So just inherently, if you go through one, then go back to the other one, you're going to start at a like beginner level stage.
Oh,
If that
interesting.
makes
Okay.
sense. So they're all scaled to like they have like an easy, medium, hard section of them,
Mm.
basically.
So is it kind
So
of?
if
Do
you
you
go
think
to
that's the way to do it? Is to do like the intros of each one?
if you get stuck, go to a different one.
Okay.
Yes. Because if you just finish the entirety of one, you're gonna like have a good challenge, and then you're gonna go to the next one, and it's gonna start easy again, and you're gonna blow through the first section, and then get to another hard part, and then go to the next one. Yes.
Interesting.
I would go hop around as needed.
Because I did notice magic is completely broken. It just makes
Magic's
it
so
makes
good.
the game so much easier. So
So good.
so I've been doing a lot of magic.
Yep.
I think I chose it's like the royalty class is the one where you start out with a spell. So I ended up doing that one because I was like I need a handicap. I just and
It's a good one to start with, especially if it's like if you're worried about it being like difficult for your first go around. That's a good starter class.
yeah, and I don't feel too guilty about it because it's like I'm still kind of learning how these games work and play. So maybe I won't try to do as much cheese later on, but for now it's carrying me pretty far. So
My rule with FromSoft games, everything's fair game. If they give it to you something, don't be afraid to use it because they're going to be cheap on you too. So
that's valid. I mean, they put it in the game, right? So
exactly.
I guess they wouldn't put it there if they didn't want you to do it in a way.
Yep.
So that's it for Demon Souls, and I also played through a recent kind of indie hit darling that's been going around, Mouthwashing. I think I mentioned it briefly on the last show that I wanted to try it out. It's kind of like a in-between PS1 and PS2 art style game, which I like that that's a new trend for indie games. I really think that's a fun, interesting look that a lot of these games are doing. It is a psychological horror game set in outer, like you're on a spaceship. And I don't really want to talk too much about story, plot, narrative, all that, because it's a very short game. You could beat it I think I beat it around like 2.5 hours, maybe. So it's very short. You could do it in one sitting. But it is
One long
very,
play
very
session.
good. I'm sorry?
One long play session.
Yes, one long play session. Just watch, go to Jacksepticeye's YouTube channel or something, watch it. You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
experience. So,
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Very fun game. Well, that's not totally true. I wouldn't know if I'd say it's fun. It's a lot of walking, kind of just like walking down hallways and different things like that. But the game really is mostly about the narrative and the interesting story it's telling about capitalism and all these other different interesting things. But it did get a good few scares out of me, got me a couple of times. The sound design in it is very good. The atmosphere is fantastic, very creepy. The characters, even though you don't spend a lot of time with them, they're all super fleshed out and very well done and memorable. So definitely recommend the game. I think it's only like $10. It's like between 10 and 13. It's like one of those kind of weird priced Steam games. But fantastic game. Played through it on my Steam Deck. And yeah, go in as blind as you can because the less you know, the better. It's one of those games. But definitely recommend it. It's definitely a top 3 indie of the year for me. So definitely
Yeah,
glad
this
that
one
it's
caught
getting
my-
its flowers.
This one caught my eye. Now that I have a Steam Deck, I want to play some more of the weird indies that just like show up and become like a part of the zeitgeist.
Yeah.
People are talking about. So I do want to play this one. And I was happy to learn that it's not a long game, so I might check it out this weekend as well.
Yeah, definitely recommend it. It's especially if you like horror games. I feel like we don't get a lot of psychological horror games. It's usually survival horror, so it's fun to get something more like that because I think I've mentioned on the show before, big horror movie fan, and my favorites are psychological horror movies, those and slashers. So definitely recommend it. Very good time. And I'm glad that it's getting a lot of attention because another game, made by a small team, came out later in the year. Just a lot of stuff coming out, so it could have easily gotten buried, and it hasn't gotten buried. So makes me happy to see this game find some success.
Yeah.
All right. I accidentally deleted it off of the show notes like a freaking idiot, but now it's time for us to show some of our recent game collection pickups. So, Tyler, why don't you go first?
All right, so I'm gonna show these real quick because I went to the Sonic movie. So I got the popcorn bucket, I got the little hat thing. I don't have those to show, but like, I also got the cup. Came with a little shadow topper.
Hell yeah.
That was cool. Then also you got the posters.
Woo.
That was neat.
That's awesome.
I got that poster as well. That poster is dope as hell.
That's awesome.
It's the raw. That is the rawest render of a character I've ever seen.
Shadow the Hedgehog is as cool as he was when I was 10.
Fuck yeah, he is, dude.
Also, I want to show real quick. It's not video games, but every year I do the Secret Santa thing on Instagram, where Retro Buy and Sell, he sets it up and then gives you different people. I got my gifts in, so he got me this
Oh, sick.
like little wall art thing,
How cool.
and then also this like 3D puzzle thing.
Huh.
I'd never seen it before,
How interesting.
so that was
That's
pretty
fun.
neat. It's like 1,200 pieces, so that'll be a
Oh my god.
fun time.
When you say 3D puzzle, you mean like a
Well, I don't think it's like that. I think it's flat, but I
I was gonna
can't.
say that just sounds like Legos.
yeah,
Yeah.
is it like Legos without instructions?
It's like a template for
Like figure it
that
out.
sounds awful.
Like,
How fun. Oh, that's weird. It almost looks like his sprite from Pocket Color or Pocket Adventure on the Neo Geo Pocket Color. That's interesting.
then got 3 games. One, I was randomly scrolling eBay for like PlayStation Hits games, and I seen this one, and I was like, I'm gonna make a lowball offer, so I lowballed $5, and they accepted it for Watch Dogs, one you
Hell
don't
yeah.
see all the time. So I got that one. Then I was at GameStop doing some Christmas shopping, and they have this like deal going on where like if you spend $250 or more, you get $25 off, something like that. Well, I got a lot of stuff, and I was like $25 short of it. So I was like, I'm gonna treat myself with a $20 game, you know? Death End Request 2.
Hmm.
Don't know anything about it, but it's an Idea Factory
Idea
game,
Factory.
so,
Worth buying.
get it.
Modern day
And
Atlas
then-
people.
Last but not least, shout out to this one man right here, Zach Taylor Beating. Sent me a copy of Balatro on the PS5.
Hell yeah.
So now I have that, and that is why I was playing it yesterday. Pretty good time. Thanks, Zach.
Did you open up your cards?
I didn't open them yet. Are they all like different, or are they like?
No, they're all the same cards. So if you
Okay.
I'm like both happy and upset that it wasn't unique to each. Yeah, but
That's fun.
yeah, 5 aces, 5 jokers. So
You could now buy a deck of playing cards too off of Fangamer.
yep, you sure
That's
can.
neat. Shout out to Fangamer. They always do the cool
Dude,
shit.
Fangamer's the best. And they started out as an Earthbound site, so extra shout out to them.
That's neat. I didn't know that.
Yep, they hail from the Starmen.net days, so I think it was the same guy
That's
that
cool.
founded Starmen.net founded Fangamer, so
That's awesome.
yeah,
I had no idea.
And that's all I got.
that's all he got.
Yeah.
Zach, why don't you go next? I could go last.
Sure. Let's see what day it is. I don't think I talked about this last time. I picked up Black Myth Wukong, the
Oh,
physical
okay.
version. But it's on the shelf over there. I don't feel like grabbing it, but I will play that soon, hopefully. It didn't come out physically at first. It came out in August, and the physical came out this month.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard good things about it. I like action games in general, so I figured I'd try it out. So, but the one pickup I did get was hoping it would come in last episode. It did not. It came in just after the episode ended, but I did get the GameCube WarioWare.
There it is.
WarioWare Mega Party Games. This is the last physical WarioWare I was trying to get. I wanted to get all of them. I told myself I wanted to find this in person, and then I just got lazy one day, and I'm like, what if I just bought it? And then I did. So
There it is.
here it is. Have not played it yet. I think I want to stream it because these games are pretty quick. You can probably, I think you can beat this game in like 2 hours. So I'll probably
Yeah, it's
stream
short.
it one day.
Have you not played that
Um,
version yet?
I've not played this version, but
Oh,
I know
really?
it's just isn't
That's
just a
funny.
port of the Game Boy Advance game.
Yeah, very
basically.
similar. It's funny because I didn't know that because I grew up with the GameCube version, not the Game Boy Advance version.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
So when
Yeah,
I
I played
found
the
out the
Game Boy
Game Boy
Advance one
Advance version
several
was the
times,
same,
so-
I was so confused. I was like, "This is what?"
Yeah, I played the Game Boy Advance one several times, so I'm if it's as similar as I've heard, I'll be pretty familiar with it.
It's great for multiplayer if you can get 4 people together. It's super fun doing it against other people. Definitely
Yeah.
recommend.
So does that
Yeah.
mean we're gonna see a WarioWare collection video soon?
Yeah, so what I want to do is I want to like show them all physically, and I want to like talk about each game. So I want to like replay through all of them before I do that. So I mean, all those games are 2 hours long, so it might take 15 hours to do all that. But I've got so many games I'm trying to beat for the year ends. So it might be like a January thing.
I need to play Gold still. I need to
Yeah, but I never played
play.
Gold.
Huh?
I never played Gold either.
Yeah,
I have it, but I never
I
played
haven't
it.
finished that Gold. I haven't played the newest one on Switch. I think that's Move It, right?
Yep.
And then I never played the Tilt one on Game Boy Advance. I can't remember the name of it.
Twisted.
Yeah, I haven't played
Twisted's fun.
Twisted, but
Twisted's
I've played Touched. I've played Smooth Moves, and the Game Boy Advance one, the GameCube one, and then Get It Together. I think is the Switch one, right? Other one.
Yep.
Yeah. So I do love the series, but have a couple of blind spots. Need to play through Gold because I think Gold is just kind of like a greatest hits one, which seems like it'd be fun.
It does have some. It does have new games as well, but it is the greatest hits.
Hell yeah.
Only ones I haven't played are the GameCube one, which, like I said, it's similar to the Game Boy Advance one. And then DIY on the DS.
Mhm.
I've never played
Oh
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
But I don't know what to expect from that. And then I think it's the only one. Oh, and then Gold. Yeah, Gold. But yeah,
Good stuff. Shout out to the WarioWare games.
heck yeah.
All right. So I got a few pickups. This was a GameStop get, which I was happy about. So I went and they had a copy of Cookie and Cream on the DS. This is the real Front Software game that people care about. So shout out to that.
That should have been your first From Software game.
It should have been. There's also a more famous PS2 version. This came out afterwards, but still seems fun and interesting. It controls like one character's on the touchscreen, one's on the top. You use the buttons, and then the button character on the bottom screen uses the touch controls. So seems like an interesting concept. I might check it out, but I don't really know if I will. I just thought that was kind of a cool game to see at GameStop since it's a less common title, and since it's from Soft and all these other interesting different things. And it's like a $25 game, so the fact I got it for $10, not too shabby. So I bought this during the Game Awards on Christian's live stream that I did with him, Okami on the Wii, because I didn't own a copy yet. I was like, oh man, I'm like, Okami's going to go up in price, so let me buy this real quick. I was wrong. The DS spin-off went up in price, not the original Okami. No one gives a shit about this. So I panicked, bought the wrong game. But now I own a very iconic PS2/Wii era title. I know it came out first on the PS2, but I feel like everyone knows this game as a Wii game, so that's kind of why it's the version I went with. And it also happened to be cheaper, so that kind of worked out for my wallet.
It was funny, the HD one on the PS4 spiked too.
I saw that.
Up to like $90, $100, and then VGP yesterday were like, we're reprinting it. And everyone was like...
Dude, the company is the best. They are a lifesaver when it comes to saving people money on video games, so shout out to them. I'll probably end up playing the HD version. I didn't even know I own it digitally already on PlayStation. I was going to buy it on Switch, so I'm glad that I didn't, because it's on sale for like $5 now, so now's the time to check it out if you're interested. And the last two, also a lovely gift from our boy over here, Zachary. We got Nicktoons Unite on Game Boy Advance. Let's go.
Oh, you found it.
He found it.
Where was
Just
it?
the box.
Just the box.
I don't remember what it was.
And the manual.
I found
And the
it.
manual. So,
Okay, yeah.
box
No,
and manual for
I have
Nicktoons
no idea where the
Unite.
cartridge is.
I
Cartridge is gone.
Any Game Boy Advance cardboard is good cardboard in my eyes. I was supposed to take this with me when I left Texas, and I just forgot about it, so that was very kind of him to mail it to me. And he also got me...
You didn't forget about it. It was like lost. I had to.
Oh,
I don't
that's
remember
right,
where I
yeah.
found it.
You found it.
Yeah, I was cleaning up and I found it somewhere. I can't remember where, but
And then he also kindly gifted me the greatest video game of 2023.
Yes.
Skull Island, Rise of Kong. Of course,
Yep.
This is an iconic video game, considered one of the greatest. May even rival Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official
I heard it's better.
game of the movie.
yeah.
No,
It's better.
this is a
I
famously...
watched a long play
It
on
was
it.
a
It looked a lot
famously
better.
bad video game, so I thought this was really funny when I opened this. I was very excited because I've wanted to buy this and play it, but I did not want to spend the money on it. I was always waiting for it to get like clearance out to like $5 to $10, so now I don't have to wait for that time. Now I have it. I am going to platinum this game over my winter vacation. I looked it up. It only takes about 4 hours, so very doable.
Live stream.
That would be a funny live stream, especially since I don't stream. I would just like to let everybody know that this is a game mail title, only 6 gigabytes. So this is a very small game for a modern
Damn.
release.
You
And
just
I'll-
don't even tell anybody you're streaming. You just like started streaming like 7.
No, I'm just gonna say that I'm streaming King Kong, and then people will assume it's the good game. But
I would challenge you to buy every version of this game now. Now that you have one
yes,
of them.
because I believe it's also on PS4, Xbox, and Switch. So
Yep.
that would definitely be fun. Yeah, I can't wait. I don't know if you guys remember when this game came out and it was floating around on Twitter, the cutscenes that weren't cutscenes, it would like just cut to PNGs and stuff. It was super funny. So I cannot wait to waste 4 hours of my life. It's funny because the platinum difficulty, like, on PSN profiles, it's only rated as like a 2 out of 10. And it still only has like 20% completion because I think people just refuse to play this game because of how bad it is. So I'm very excited. I think it'll be a great time.
I have watched people play this game, and it is very bad.
I can't wait, dude. I am unironically excited because, like I said, I was just waiting for this game to get cheap enough to justify it, and now I have it. So thanks for being a bro. You know me too well. If there's two things that I love, it's shitty video games and kaiju. So you know me well. Thank you very much.
Of course.
And not a video game, but I need to share it because I got some more Pokemon cards this last couple of weeks because I always do.
Oh, interesting.
And again, Pokemon cards are too cheap. $2 for this gorgeous ass card. This is a beautiful card. $2. So
now, is that a Lunatone or a Illumise or Volbeat card? Which one is it?
Lunatone.
It is Lunatone.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I don't know. Last time was that when we talked about the Mew card?
Yes.
I sold it. So that is gone. I sold that towards some 151 stuff I needed. And now I'm only 12 cards away from a complete 151 Scarlet and Violet Pokemon card set, which is very exciting. So, of course, I still need the $200 Charizard card, but maybe I'll get lucky and pull it. Who knows? Because they're doing a reprint.
Oh, they are?
Yes, in February. And at my local Target, actually, I came across a box of Zapdos, which is like they have a jumbo card and then 4 packs and 2 promos. So I bought one of those, and I got one hit, and it was a card that I've already pulled 3 times. So I was very sad, but I figured it was worth a shot.
Speaking of completing sets, I'm only 1 card away from the full Mythic Island on TCG Pocket.
Wow, that was fast.
Yeah, it's pretty small. It's like 60-some cards. I was having a lot of luck.
Is that including the secret rares and stuff though, or no?
Oh, no.
Oh,
just the main set. Got that Mew though.
Got that Mew.
And the Celebiol.
Yes, sir. You in the back?
Yes. As someone who has not had a chance to play Pokemon TCG Pocket because his phone has no storage and he can't download it, can I go back and do the events that I'm missing when I eventually do play it, or are they gone forever?
They're gone forever for promo cards and stuff. Yeah, those will be
like
gone.
The Lapras.
I think they might eventually bring them back.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. Yeah.
But as far as I know right now, they seem to be cycling them out.
Yeah. I have a second Lapras if you need a trade.
That's true. They're adding trading in January, so.
Yeah.
Okay, that's neat.
But make sure that you get phone storage in like February, because I need that second Lapras from Tyler. I didn't get it.
Oh. Whoever gets first dibs.
I know. I'm starting to get that itch. I won't do it. I want to spend money on the game, but I'm refusing. I can't do it. I can't justify it when I could just buy real cards. So,
dude,
I keep telling myself no.
When that set launched, I was like up right when it launched, and I was like, I'm gonna try to hop on. Dude, the servers were going nuts. Like,
were they really?
So slow.
How funny!
It's like I just want to open that second Celebi pack, and I got that alt-art illustration rare, whatever you want to call it.
Dude, people are into it, and it's like I can't even judge because when Fire Emblem Heroes came out, I'm gonna tell you all one of the most embarrassing things in my life is I spent $80 the first day that came out because I told myself I'm gonna keep pulling until I get Lucina. And I spent $80 until I got Lucina, and then I started playing the game.
I played a lot of Fire Emblem Heroes. I don't know if I ever actually paid for it. I played that game a lot.
I loved it. It was great, especially at first. And then they started doing all the seasonal stuff, and then they added like the Bunny Lucina during Easter, and I was like, well, I got to get the Bunny Lucina, so I spent more money.
I stopped playing that game once again because my phone ran out of storage and I couldn't update.
Fire Emblem Heroes is a really cool game, actually. But yeah, that's the one gacha game that really got me. And I found out there was a way that you could see how many orbs you purchased and do the math to see how much money you spent. And the day I found out I could get that information, I just stopped playing and I deleted the app. I was like, I don't want to know. I'm sure this is embarrassing. So
Yeah, that game's fun. I like that game a lot. I played it like launch day. And I was playing it consistently for like several drops, and I eventually just couldn't update it
Yeah, I think
anymore.
I played it. I played it for at least like a year and a half, 2 years. I was very into it. And then I felt like at one point it just got so difficult. So I ended up
Yeah, and
playing it
I
less and
kept up
less
with some of the
anyway. But
I kept up with some of the new characters they add. Like that game's like a really victim of power creep.
mhm.
Like when I was playing, like character skills would have like one line. Now new character skills have like two paragraphs of like
It's
how
like
they
Yu-Gi-Oh
interact with the
cards.
other. Exactly, it's like too much now. It's like, but
But yeah, I had to get my girl. Lucina's my favorite Fire Emblem character, so had to take one for the team, and it wasn't worth it in the end because now I don't even play the game. So, but Fire Emblem Heroes, great mobile game, one of the
Dude,
best mobile games I think of all time.
spe-
If we're being honest,
speaking of like mobile games that I used to go hard on, like Pokemon Shuffle, dude. I used to
that was
go
fun too.
so hard on that. I had like every mega from the events, like where you have to get the top percent and everything. And then one day my phone, uh, like it just broke. It stopped working, and I don't know, like did like a hard reset, and then it wouldn't like finish updating or something. So I had to get it replaced. And that game has no backup data. You had to get a
That
transfer code from the game.
sucks.
I lost everything.
That
Tried
sucks.
contacting them. They're like, "Is that the we can do?" I was like, "I'm done playing this."
Yeah, that sucks.
I had everything.
Well, and that's the thing. I think that's why so many of these games like require like logins of some time, either to your Apple account or Google or something now, because people probably got pissed when they lose all their hard work.
Yeah,
So
dude, I was furious.
I would
I
have
was
been
on
too.
that
That's
thing
brutal.
every week doing those leaderboards.
There's nothing worse than losing like save data to a game that you invested a ton of time into. It's so heartbreaking.
Man.
Never
But
forget when I lost my New Leaf Town that had hundreds of hours in it, and I just wanted. I didn't want to cry. I did cry. So
that's awful.
it was so sad. And I think I've told the story like earlier on in the show, but like I was dating a girl at the time because this is in high school still, or like tail end of it, and she was like, "I don't get it. Like, get over it. It's just a game." And I was like, that changed the trajectory of that relationship forever. I was like, if you don't
you know what?
understand, you don't understand
You.
me. And you know what? I feel like those were valid feelings to have. So fuck her.
You don't
That's funny.
understand. But now you got someone that understands, and that's all that matters.
That's true.
Shout out to Anna,
And
my
my
Waffle House
I know.
buddy.
Yes. Shout out to my wife Anna. She was also very upset because when my PlayStation 5 had to be hard reset and I lost everything, which I think I also talked about on this show. She was playing Final Fantasy 15 on it and she was in the middle of a playthrough and lost that, so she was very upset too. So she knows that heartbreak personally as well.
So what was the story there? Did you not have PS Plus? Like, why didn't you have cloud saves?
Yeah, I
What
didn't
happened
have.
there?
I wasn't paying for it because I just was being cheap for like basically a
Sure.
year and a half. So I wasn't paying for it, and nothing was backed up. And then I was rearranging like my entertainment center because we renewed our rent, and I was like, well, now they're gonna be here for another 2 years. I might as well actually hook up all of my consoles, get the most use out of them. And I accidentally unplugged my PS5 while I was on playing a YouTube video, and it like just totally crashed like the firmware, and I had to actually go to Sony's website, download the firmware onto a USB drive, and load it onto the PlayStation to like manually get it to work again.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, and then everything was gone, and I just had to start from scratch, which was very disappointing. So it's like any of my games that I had saves on for the previous year were just totally gone. So, and that's why I didn't finish Stellar Blade earlier this year, because I was about 6 or 7 hours into a playthrough of that, and then I didn't want to start over from the beginning. So make sure you guys are careful when you unplug your PS5s.
Damn.
Very disappointing, but shit happens. So anyway, I'm just reminiscing about all the things I lost, which is sad. So
Okay.
Tyler's history lesson.
Yay!
Woo, let's learn.
All the things that are lost in history.
Yes, we all die and get forgotten one day.
The sad truth. Uh,
We like to be
Let's
positive
see.
on this show.
all right. We're starting this off December 10th, 1998. Threw this one in here. Acclaim releases Turok 2 Seeds of Evil for the N64. They're making a new Turok game, so had to show that in here.
Yeah,
That was kind of surprising.
yeah, that was a neat
Little
that was a
weird.
neat showing.
I feel like the Game Awards had some good showings. Like, It's
Yeah.
probably one of its better years.
I think it was
Some
his
good
best
stuff.
year by far.
Yeah. All right. Here we go with another one of these. 2005, the Spike TV network airs the Spike TV's Video Game Awards 2005 show.
Let's go. Our
I only got
favorite
one
show.
of these. And this is the one with the best actors and all this shit. Best action game. What do you think,
In
boys?
2005?
Yeah,
Did Halo 3 launch in 2005? I don't know. No, I don't think it did.
I don't
It's
know,
like
but
a
it's not
7.
Halo 3. I can tell you that.
Okay.
It's a PS2 game.
Devil May Cry 3?
Zach, any guesses?
I don't have a better guess than that. I'll go with that.
All right, God of War.
Oh, yeah, that was a late PS2. Okay.
All right, what game had the best cast?
God of War.
God of War.
Peter Jackson's King Kong, the
Oh.
official game of the movie.
That's cheating because they took voice actors from the people that played the characters in the movie.
Best
but it's
driving
fine.
game was Burnout Revenge. I'm just gonna go with that. Best game based on a movie.
Peter Jackson's King Kong the movie.
There you go.
Dude, this is the best Game Awards ever, actually.
Best handheld game was Luminous by Ubisoft. Best individual sports game. What do you think that was?
Individual
Individual
sports game.
What does individual sports mean?
I guess a sports game. I don't know.
Yeah, opposed to multi-sports game.
Madden 06.
Tony Hawk's American Wasteland.
The best
Oh,
one.
okay.
Best military game, Call of Duty 2.
Oh, you didn't
Best
even let us guess.
It's okay. You guys can guess on the best multiplayer game.
Call of Duty 2.
Call of Duty 2.
World of Warcraft.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
All right. What won best original song?
Something from Tony Hawk.
No.
No, because it's probably all licensed. It's probably all licensed.
Best original song. Oh man, you're laughing. What is it? I have no idea.
Maybe We Crazy by 50 Cent and 50 Cent Bulletproof.
That's great.
Excellent.
Shout out to 50 Cent.
All right.
He's
This is
listening.
one of your guys' favorite category. Best performance by a human female.
Human female.
Whoever was in Peter Jackson's King Kong the movie, the game.
My guess too. I don't know her name though.
It was Charlize Theron and Aeon Flux.
The fuck is Aeon Flux?
I don't know. Now
Charlize
what
Theron's
was
like an actual actor. What game is this?
the best performance by a human male?
King Kong.
It is Jack Black in Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Bingo!
There we go.
Got it.
Perfect. Never forget,
Alright.
Jack Black is in that movie.
Oh, so this is probably what best individual sports game was, because now we got best team sports game.
Okay.
Mario Hoops 3-on-3, baby.
That
Madden 06.
there you go. Ding ding ding.
Yeah.
Best wireless game.
What does that
Wireless
mean?
game? Does it mean handheld?
Like
Elite
phone?
Beat Agents for the Nintendo DS.
Snake on the Nokia.
It was Mark Echo Getting Up. Contents Under Pressure.
An all-time
That was my second
classic.
guess.
An
Second
all-time
guess.
classic.
Cyber Vixen of the Year.
What did you call me?
King
That's what it
Kong.
said.
King Kong.
Cyber Vixen sounds like a slur for like robots.
Maria Menounosa Eve and
Maria
Jane Bond.
Menounos?
Yeah, the
The
bitch
lady
that's
that
in all the
movies at
Cinemark.
Okay, that
You-
and James
knew
Bond
exactly what you're talking
007 From Russia with Love. Designer of the Year. We got 3 more.
Peter Jackson.
Designer of the year, like game designer.
Yeah.
Oh man, what's his name? David Jaffe. He's the God
There
of
you
War
go.
guy. Okay,
Game of the Year.
God of War.
Go.
Peter Jackson's
let's-
King Kong?
To be different, I'm gonna say Elite Beat Agents for the Nintendo DS.
It should be Elite Beat Agents.
Resident Evil 4. Okay.
Okay.
It didn't win
And-
anything else but it won Game of the Year. That's my favorite. These awards are so stupid.
And most addictive game.
Elite Beat Agents.
I just looked it up. It was 2006.
Oh,
Sadly.
dang it.
Yeah.
Most addictive game was World of Warcraft by Blizzard.
That's fair.
All right.
I like to imagine
moving
that category came after Game of the Year. Like they announced Game of the Year, and then they went to Most Addictive Game after that.
Because that's more important.
Yeah.
Speaking of Elite Beat agents, I would just like to shout out because before the show, we were talking about Hoobastank because of course we were. I was telling the boys about my love for the band Hoobastank, and they are more than their hit single "The Reason" because they are on Elite Beat Agents. They are the second to last song, "Without a Fight," all-time classic, and they are also. They did the song Fist Bump, which is like the theme song from Sonic Forces, and that's an all-time great Sonic vocal track. So shout out to Hoobastank. Worst band name of all time, possibly, but great band.
Memorable band name, you know.
Hoobastank.
Speaking real quick of Sonic music, I went to that Sonic Symphony this past 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that thing was great.
That must have been so fun.
Good.
Sonic music's elite. It really is.
I agree. December 11th, 2001 is when Sony released Jak and Daxter on the PS2.
Hell
2006, Nintendo released
Jak
The
and
Legend
Daxter?
is...
I was like, don't you mean Jak and Daxter, the precursor legacy for PS2?
Yeah, video game.
No. There you go. That's what I was going to say. 2006, Nintendo releases The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess video game for the
Hell
GameCube in
yeah.
the US.
One of the
December
best
14th.
Christmases of my childhood.
Zach, do you know what happened on December 14th, 1993?
No.
That's when Nintendo released Fire Emblem for the Super Famicom in
Ah.
Japan. The first ever 24 megabit cartridge.
Wow.
Fire Emblem for the Super Famicom.
Yep.
Interesting.
So that'd
And
be
then
the third one, right?
Yeah. Yeah, assuming
then-
that's what. Yeah.
Then in 2001, Capcom released Resident Evil Gaiden for the Game Boy Color. December 16th, 1993 is when Toys R Us decided in the USA they are going to stop selling Night Trap for the Sega Genesis.
Night
What
Trap.
did I say? Genesis. What? Alright, well, it's not that. Due to public complaints about violence. But then following that, the day after, you know who else stopped selling Night Trap in stores?
Who?
Target.
KB Toys.
Those bastards.
And then, lastly,
No wonder they
'cause
went
this
out of
ain't-
business.
Last but not least, because this isn't a very history-motivated last 2 weeks, December 21st, 1989 is when Hudson released East 1 and 2 for the PC Engine in Japan. That shows some love to the East series.
Hell yeah.
And that is all for the history.
That's it. Not much happens in December.
Little fun fact, though, real quick, don't have this written down, so I'm going by memory. If you don't know, in the movie E.T., instead of Reese's Pieces, it was originally going to be M&M's, and they went to them, and they were like, hey, we want to show you in this movie, and then they were like, nah, that's dumb, we ain't doing that. So then they got Reese's Pieces, they were like, yeah, we're doing it, we're on board. And then the movie did great, and the Reese's Pieces, they skyrocketed up in sales, and the M&M's were like, damn, we should have done that.
Reese's Pieces are elite too, by the way. That's definitely the superior candy of the two.
They are.
Was it just an unrelated ET fact? You just had one of those in the bag? Just for
Yeah,
this,
like
or
I
what?
knew that one. It wasn't even just for this. Like,
He
I
always,
forgot.
he always has an
December-
ET fun fact in the holster, just ready to fire at any
Yeah,
time.
nothing with December or winter, just ET, just handy.
Yeah,
Okay.
why not?
okay.
I've been
Making sure
doing
we're on
ET
the same
fun facts the past like 3 episodes.
Making sure we're just
I usually have them written down though, but
Just
that, I was
wasting
like,
everybody's
shit, I don't
time
have
is
one.
fine.
No, I'm not wasting. I'm improving your time. I'm improving your knowledge. I'm trying to get your brain cells back here, boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ET's not gonna do that.
they're long
I think it
fucking
will.
gone.
Once you finally watch the damn movie,
Mm.
it'll be back.
No, don't get me
What
wrong.
happened?
I'm never gonna watch it. Like it's a goal now to avoid it at all costs.
No,
Yep.
no. These people are crazy. Somebody help me.
No,
I
the
need a
only
guest
Drew
on this
Barrymore movie I
need
to
a
scream.
guest on this show. All right, first guest we're getting on the show. I'm gonna reach out to the dude that played Elliot.
Okay, if you could get him on, I'll make sure extra not to watch it because it'll make it awkward. I'll have nothing to talk to him about.
Have him on and don't bring up ET a single time. He assumes that's what it's
Like-
Just don't ever bring it up.
Like,
We
hey, I
just
would
do a
love to have you
normal
on the
episode about
podcast.
video games. He has
Yeah,
no idea
we
why
pay
he's
him.
here.
We have our friend Elliot here. Don't ever announce why he's here, what he's from. Just
I pay him like hundreds of dollars. He just hops on me, act like he's just a normal friend. I'm like, yo, you ever play Marvel Rivals?
yeah.
Yeah. And he's just like, huh? Yo, what's your favorite mayo? Favorite mayo.
There you go.
Oh,
Pay this man
You look like a
$500.
Duke's
Favorite
guy.
mayo.
You look like a Duke's guy to me.
Oh man.
Stupid. That'd be
What
awesome.
if he's on Cameo?
Oh my god. If he is on Cameo, we need to make him do a promo for the show. If we get them to do it, and if we get Big Justice and AJ to do it, Generations Behind's going number one.
Yo, are they on
the
Cameo?
Spotify charts? Yes, they are.
I'm about to
100%
do that.
there.
How much is it though?
I don't know. Fuck it, I'll look
I
right
want
now.
everyone to know that. I want everyone to know that the Rizzler was on Fox Business yesterday.
Business.
He was on not even regular Fox News, Fox Business, where they talk about stocks.
What?
That's where the Rizzler was yesterday.
Oh my
He was
God.
like, yeah, Dogecoin.
All right, for the low price of $250, we could have Big Justice and AJ shout
We
out.
did the boo.
Generations
We did the
Behind
boom.
gets 5 big
Generations
booms.
Behind.
Oh, Generations Behind getting 5 big booms would be an awesome intro to every episode.
Just forever. Oh my god. We
Man, why do I want to spend $250 right now?
you know, I think this show's missing some brain rot for sure. We could definitely improve
Yeah.
on the amount of brain rot we have in the show.
Guys, sub to us on Patreon so that we could get this goal achieved. And we
Yes, please go to
AJ
the
and
link
Big
below and subscribe to our Patreon. Subscribe to Tyler's OnlyFans. We need to make this happen. That'll be our first goal once we hit $250 a month. We'll get AJ and Big Justice to give us to bring us the boom. Let's see if the Rizzler's also on Cameo.
That he's definitely like $10,000. He's too powerful.
He is. Let's see. The Rizzler is on Cameo. Let's go. Oh, he isn't available right now. He's totally booked.
No way.
I'm not kidding. It says that he's not available right now. Follow to receive email updates when they're back.
That's crazy.
250. Dude, they're making bank.
They really are, because it also says that they're a fan favorite, so that means that like people are constantly buying cameos from them.
For 250. Oh, man.
We should have fucking had chicken bakes and big ass cookies. Look at where we could have been.
I'm about to bring some on the show next time.
Have you guys ever had the double chunk chocolate cookie?
I've
Oh,
not.
chocolate
That thing is
cookie.
like, I think, I if I remember right, that thing is like 1,050 calories. It's insanely bad for
Oh
you.
my god.
It's also delicious, because of course I had to try.
Imagine coming home from middle school when you're like 10. You're like, Dad, I'm going to go play some games or do something. He's like, no, you're going to record videos for adult men on the internet who paid $250 for you to give them 5 booms.
Yes,
I
Dad.
seen a video where
Yes,
like he's
yeah.
homeschooled now because like
Yeah, he
whenever
was
he's in
too
school,
popular at school.
Yeah,
That's
people
kind
were
of a
just
shame,
always coming to him
actually.
and telling him to do stuff. He was like, I can't even have it. Like, I gotta stay home.
I mean,
That's kind of a shame, actually.
People-
Right, the Rizzler also can't go to school.
there's no way the Rizzler can go to school. Can you imagine what would happen? His aura would just
no.
suck the school inward to another dimension.
He
Yeah,
was
exactly.
he was talking on like his plan with the Rizzler. He said he wants to use like the money and like get a house just for them two for when they're like old
A
enough. And then
content
they could like
house?
they could like make content together and it just
The
support
brain
each
rot
other. I was
house.
like,
Oh my god.
No, it's actually pretty wholesome. You know, people talk shit, like those videos of like where you see like behind the scenes and like AJ's like like a film auteur making sure everyone just delivers
No,
the
do it like
lines
this.
right. But it's
Yeah.
like I feel like it really is like kind of like wholesome. Like it's just like father son bonding that's become a thing. But I think it's still I like to think it's still coming from a good place. So
I mean, that kid got to go to AEW and spear somebody, so I think that's pretty
he's
cool.
doing all right.
for real. Man's living it up.
That's so
I
funny.
love winter levels in video games.
My favorite winter level is AJ and Big Justice. Just their existence. They look like cozy fellas. They also did a promo for Sonic 3, by the way.
Oh, of course they did.
He gave
Oh, I didn't see that.
AJ gave Shadow 5 big booms. I like to imagine the people that are listening to the show that aren't chronically online wondering what the fuck we've been talking about for the last 10
No
minutes.
clue.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I would love. I would hope we're the only ones that have any clue what's going on right now.
Everyone's
No one
listening
else
like,
has
what
heard
the
these.
They're like, who the fuck are the Costco guys? If you made it this far, you probably don't care. It's fine. Look it up. There's a lot of lore. You're missing out on a lot. We don't got time for that. We're only an hour and 20 minutes and we haven't gotten to the topic of the show, so we don't got time for that.
Oh gosh.
We're cooked. Every episode it gets worse. Every episode we go longer and longer about talking what we're supposed to talk about.
Hey, but apparently people love it. So.
Apparently. So, to all of you that made it this far, we love you very much, and make sure you put 5 big booms in the comments so we know you made it this far.
Yeah, type in the comment section below if you're on YouTube, just 5 big booms so I know you made it this far. Just do that.
Put an emoji of a cookie and a chicken bake.
Yeah.
How powerful... Do you think they're powerful enough to influence Apple to add a chicken bake emoji yet? Have they gotten there?
Ooh. I think Apple's probably trying to fight. Apple doesn't want to admit their power because then they've already lost. So
Big Justice is going to become the next Steve Jobs.
There you go.
All right, topic of the show: winter levels in retro video games.
Yay!
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 We're all
We made
having
it.
fun. Yeah, we made it against the odds. So I don't know about you guys. When we came up with the topic, I was like, "Oh, it's a great idea," and then I was like, "Oh shit, I can't think of anything." And then this morning, I was just sitting there trying to brainstorm, and then I was able to just like off the top of my head come up with like, I think I got about 9 or 10 here. So I got some good cozy suggestions, games for you guys to play, levels to check out in video games. Maybe even just listen to the soundtracks of some of these, because usually winter levels have elite music in video games. They always seem to absolutely slap. So, I don't know. If one of you guys maybe want to go first to talk about a winter level, winter adjacent game, tell us what you got.
I could start with the most basic bitch winter level answer just to start it off.
Mm-hmm.
I think I know what you're going to say.
I was going to say Cool Mountain from Mario 64.
There you go.
A game that's objectively worse than Sonic Adventure. Yep.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, it's an early level game, so everyone's probably familiar with it if you've played the game. It's got a fun slide, which is always very fun.
Yes.
And you can murder a baby penguin,
Murder
which is
the
also
baby
maybe
penguin.
the
An
most
all-time
important
great
video
game moment.
Yeah, that's a all-time moment for that game. So
Shut up.
yeah, just dropped off the edge.
It's so funny. I always love trying to I like the weird teleporting bridge in that level too. I remember the first time that happened to me, I was so confused as a child. It's like wah, wah, and then you're the right way. You're like, what the hell? You're like, where did I go? It's all disoriented. It's a great time.
Yeah, very strange. But
Yeah,
Yes.
that level's definitely infamous.
Yes, and I love that race with the penguin. It's been a while since I played now, but I definitely remember it being actually kind of tough too. Like it's kind of rubber bandy. Like he just really catches
Yeah.
up to you. So
And like you were saying, their levels have such good music, and that song, like, yeah, it's so good.
the slide also has that fun part where it has a stream of coins going into the wall, and then you go through the wall, which is always neat. And that's how it's like a shortcut. But
that's right. I always forget about that.
yeah.
Very, very good. Classic. When I think of N64 Winter, that's one of the two that always comes to mind for me.
There's another snow level in that game too, and it's not nearly as
No.
no one thinks about that one.
Because I'm telling you, the second half of that castle, it do be ass. But
Yeah, it's weird.
first half is pretty fire. But yeah, I always forget about that level too. So it's just another reason Sonic Adventure is a little bit better. But
Yeah,
I
big
have a
level.
Mario game on here too, actually. And it is the what is it called? I'm so terrible at names, so I pulled up a map of all the different pages on all the different levels and different things I was thinking about. And I was thinking of the Crystal Palace from Paper Mario on Paper Mario N64. Very cool aesthetically. It's kind of like a creepy, interesting ice cavern / castle. A lot of kind of annoying puzzle elements, but just atmospherically a really cool, cozy game. I heavily associate that entire game with winter because I played it over the week of Christmas when I did play it a few years ago when they added it to Nintendo Switch Online.
That's when I played it also. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember just sitting by the Christmas tree with all the lights off in the living room except for the Christmas tree, and it's like I have a vivid memory playing that game, which is the glow of the Christmas tree in the corner of the room and me playing my game.
That's good.
It was such a cozy, fun feeling and such a good game, but The whole town. What is the name of the town that is nearby? It is
Is it like
Shiver
Sh-
City.
Shiver something?
Shiver
Shiver
City,
City,
yeah.
yeah.
So, very good, cozy, cute town. Very cutesy. Everything about Paper Mario on the N64 is just cute and great. And as of right now, still my favorite Paper Mario game. So,
That castle has some cool like puzzles with like the mirror walls. Like you
yeah.
like which is it was just a neat, pretty simple, but it was just a cool touch. Like the back wall's a mirror, and you can see the other side of obstacles and stuff. But
hmm And the Crystal King was a pretty tough boss fight, I remember too. So, shout
I don't
out,
remember the boss very well, honestly.
shout out to Paper Mario on the Nintendo 64.
Yep.
Tyler,
Alright.
give us a winner level.
So you know, you guys talk about N64, but I'm gonna take it back one console. I'm gonna go to the Super Nintendo,
Mm.
and I'm gonna be talking about a great trilogy of games, but one level in particular, Donkey Kong Country 1. We're talking about Snow Barrel Blast. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This level's cool because you start out, come out of an igloo. All right, already winter themed. You get that little vibe, you know? And it's just got that little foggy look and everything. Go a little farther, starts snowing a little bit. And if you get farther into the level, it's like a whole blizzard.
Ooh,
Like,
ooh,
just the
getting
yeah,
chills
whole
just thinking
blizzard.
about it.
Ooh, need like a chicken bake to warm me up or something.
Yeah.
You get- But yeah, just as like it's cool seeing for like a Super Nintendo game that kind of like transition, like how it just progressively got worse throughout the level. And I mean, Donkey Kong Country, it's already a great platformer,
hmm
so that level just kicks ass. Soundtrack
Yeah, it
in that
does.
game, great.
Donkey Kong Country stays elite.
It does.
I just played all three of the DK Land games, and I couldn't tell you if a single one of those levels is snow because it's just incomprehensible. You can't tell if anything's snow. Like,
You can barely tell who's Donkey Kong, so
there might have been a whole snow world. I couldn't tell you.
you just wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Speaking of Super Nintendo, I know you guys have yet to play one of the greats, Final Fantasy VI, but the main
Oh, yeah.
town / beginning town Narshe is a great
Yep.
snowy mountain level. You start out in the game there. Everything is like I like the interesting aesthetic of Final Fantasy VI, like a lot of very steampunky, not like quite like there's not like technology quite yet like there is in Final Fantasy VII stuff. It's like very steampunky. Lots
Is
of
it Magitech?
yeah, so lots of browns and blues and different things like that, and you have the caverns, and it's like the the walls of the mountain and everything are almost like a darkish, like gray purple, which is a really like cool aesthetic I think for like winter themed levels. So wanted to give Narshe a shout out because that's one of the most wintry memorable levels in a Super Nintendo game.
I feel like I've seen that intro of them like walking forward.
Yeah, through
into
the snow.
Yeah,
It's
snow,
like, and
yeah.
it has like that cool credit sequence, very like ahead of its time in that way.
Yeah.
It's a cool one. I also just remembered something. I need to bring it up for comedic reasons. If you have not played the original Final Fantasy VII, skip ahead for like 10 seconds. You have your warning right now. So, right after Aerith dies, you go snowboarding, and it's just the funniest shit. And I'll never forget that. That was so stupid. So, I won't mention what happened again, but yeah, shout out to the snowboarding mini game in Final Fantasy
Hanging out with your
VII.
boys after trauma, you know.
After trauma, it's a great time. I always thought that was one of the goofiest things in any video game ever, so. Also,
I can't wait for that. in the,
really hard to
next game.
control. But yes, in Remake Part 3, it's going to be goated, the snowboarding. Because they have to include it now. They've included everything
yeah.
else.
Yeah. Sure, it'll be there.
Hell yeah.
This wasn't on my list, but since you just mentioned snowboarding, Sonic Adventure, that snowboarding level is pretty fun. And like, what's it, the Mystic Cavern? The level 4, the Frost Cavern, or what's it called?
I actually hate that
Oh.
stage. I think
But the
it's so
snowboarding's
annoying.
fun.
Yes, the
Yeah.
end of the level is great, but getting there, that's one of the only stages I'm not a big fan of in Sonic Adventure, actually. Getting through the ice cavern is just like, it's tedious. Because it's
I
such a
feel like-
slowdown compared to most of the rest of the game.
Yeah.
In Sonic Adventure, I feel like the ice cavern is like most annoying with like Big the Cat. Like just trying to get like a good position on that level in the ice and.
It's also very weird that like the way to get to that level is like, oh, in the back alley of the city, there's a key. Like, okay.
Key.
Perfect.
Return to the Mystic Ruins. Will be departing
the-
soon.
The snowboarding is fun though.
Yes, the snowboarding's a lot of fun. And the fire like trumpet, or I don't know if it's a trumpet that's playing. It's like so good.
Yeah.
So good. I'm telling you, there's something about winter and snow levels in games, just elite music. They use all the interesting and weird instruments, and it's like they're meant to make you feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Speaking of elite music, and speaking of snowboarding, and speaking of Sonic, we're talking about Sonic 3 Ice Cap Zone. That game, first off, supposedly Michael Jackson did the music of it.
I think
Supposedly.
that's been proven by now. So
Has it?
I think what's his name? The guy who made Sonic that's in jail for like insider trading. What's his name?
Yuji Naka.
Yes,
Yuji
Yuji
Naka.
Naka, our favorite criminal.
Yep.
He tweeted about it, I think, at some point more recently, like before he went to jail. So he's like, they're locking me up anyway. Michael Jackson made the soundtrack.
Yeah, dude, just that level, like, starting off with the snowboard and then transitioning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great intro.
Into the actual level. And just the music on that one, too. So good.
Yeah, I forgot about that, and that's because embarrassingly enough, that's one of the few Sonic games I've never actually beaten with Sonic 3 or Sonic 3 Knuckles. So I need to play through that, and I've had to hanker in. And it's like now it's really easy to do because of the Origins collection that they released for modern consoles. So
That's how I played it.
I think I need to play through it. I grew up with the PC version of Sonic and Knuckles in Sonic and 3. So, but I never finished it because I just would always get game overs. But now that I'm a fake gamer and I can play modern ports without game overs, I could probably finally beat the game. So,
Yep, that's how I beat him.
hell yeah.
I always love when Christian always talks about how hard the end of Sonic 2 is. I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. I beat it real easy when the words just go.
Rewind.
Yeah.
I beat it legit. Well, not even totally legit once, because the first time I beat Sonic 2 was actually the mobile version, which is a very good version, very considered one of the best versions of that game. And you can, there's no rewind or save states or anything like that, but if you get a game over, you get a start from the current world that you're on. So I at least was able to start from the final stage, opposed to having to start from the very beginning of the game. So
Yeah.
that was nice at least.
Yep.
Tyler, are you with us?
Yeah, I am here.
You look very distracted. I'm like, we're talking about your blue rat over here.
We good.
We love the blue rat.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to
Real
the blue
good boy.
rat. Zach?
Craig, I think you have the most. Do you want to go again?
Me? I guess I can, sure.
I've got more.
I got
I've
more.
got more, but I feel like you have twice as much as us. So.
Yeah, I got 2 more.
Yeah. Well, some of them I might just kind of have to give more shout-outs than really explain. But Winters from Earthbound is a great one. I'm not sure if you guys played enough for Earthbound to ever get to Winters. But has one of the most... I was gonna say, it definitely has one of the most used Nintendo tracks in YouTube videos. The music from Winters is very iconic and very fun. Has like the jingle bells and stuff. But very memorable part of the game is when you get your second party member, or your third party member, Mr. Jeff, and you get to ride on the Loch Ness Monster. There's all these weird, terrifying, really powerful enemies out in the overworld. It's just a very memorable part of the game, especially since it's a part of the game that you don't play as Ness. So, I want to give a shout out to Winters, an all-time great, part of one of the all-time greats.
I think that was probably one of the last things I did in that game, because I feel like you get to Force Side pretty soon after that.
I think so,
I don't
yeah.
know.
It's been a little while since I played the Earthbound all the way through, too, to be honest, so...
I've definitely done that section because I do remember the Loch Ness Monster, like riding over the...
Yeah, and you had the monkey with the bubble gum that's flying.
Yep.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, like monkey that's flying with bubble gum.
It's like, what I miss?
Like, what?
When we do an Earthbound episode for the show, all will be revealed.
Yeah. That game's nonsense, but...
Yeah, and quick shout out to Snowcap Mountain from Mother 3. I know you guys don't have any experience with that game, but just another kind of general cozy, fun winter part of a JRPG, and obviously favorite game of all time, so wanted to mention Mother 3 just because it's the GOAT.
We've talked about music being good in snow levels, so there is one that I have specifically for the music. Snowpoint City in Gen 4 Pokemon. Look up the song for Snow Point City, really good. But then to tie it into an actual Pokemon winter level, Mount Silver. Maybe it's not winter; it's just a mountain. There's snow, so I say it's winter.
Hey, one of the most epic fights on top of that thing.
Exactly, yeah. One of the coolest endings to a Pokemon game at the top of that mountain. So
That's post game Gen 2, right?
yeah.
Okay. Which I still haven't
No spoilers,
done,
of
so.
course. I would hate to ruin it for people who haven't got around to it.
Yeah.
Kidding, but yeah,
No.
Mount
I think
Silver
that
in
I
general
think
is
you could talk
cool.
about that. I think everybody knows about that.
No, yeah, but just like it's cool that that game had like an actual like true final boss bonus content thing, and on top of the Mount
And
Silver.
it was one that
which
was
is, like,
actually pretty difficult. Like,
yeah, it's a tough fight. It's a cool fight because it's like you from the previous game, so it's like
did it,
it's neat.
did it, did it, did it. That's such a good
Yeah.
theme.
He
Uh,
sends out a level 85 Pikachu that you kill with an earthquake in one shot.
it's like, yeah, earthquake.
Yeah. That's something I should probably do by the end of the year since I finally played through Crystal. It'd be I think it'd be fun if I went and did the post game sometime soon.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Post game ain't that long.
I was gonna say
Do
it's
you have
pretty
to do-
quick,
Buy
isn't
those
it?
gym badges.
Do you have to do all the gym badges to go to Mount Silver? All 16?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if you do or not.
Could bring out
So
my
I'll-
Totodile butt stuff to do some real damage. So
Actually, I feel like you do because I feel like you have to beat Blue first to beat Red. So I think
dude,
you do
spoilers!
all-
I didn't know you fight Blue.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
man.
Now I don't want to play it. You ruined it for me. The whole narrative is ruined. The story of Pokemon Silver.
Away. Okay, but so moving on, I'm going to Crash Bandicoot 2. The polar, the polar riding levels. Those are really
Yeah.
fun to me. I always enjoyed those. When you're running toward the screen. I mean, away from the screen's alright when you're getting chased by a snowball, but just having that thing on polar and jumping over the little orca whales and everything else, that's fun. And then also in Crash Bandicoot, not Crash Bandicoot 2 specifically, it's a one that not a lot of people like, but Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex on the PS2, GameCube, all that, the uncannily Crash 4, I guess you should say. The first level on that's actually a little winter ice level, has like a woolly mammoth and all this stuff in it, and that one's a lot of fun too.
I
Enjoy
really
it,
want to play that game because I've heard it's not as
Yeah.
bad as people say.
It's
have not
not
played that
just don't play the GameCube version.
What's so bad about it? Is it just the load
The
times?
load times are horrendous. Like
How
you're
fun.
waiting there for like 45 to a minute,
Oh,
Nice.
wow.
and you're just watching Crash go dun 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 dun, dun just the whole
Just
time.
like that.
You're just doing it. You're just like,
Wow, you
Sounds
look
like a
just,
deal to
you
me,
look just like him.
thanks. I could spin like them too, but that's on my OnlyFans.
Yeah, we can't give away the exclusive content. Gotta have some reason for you guys to subscribe. Oh, that's funny. So, I wanted to bring up one of Zach's all-time favorite games to talk about some of my favorite winter labels. Kirby 64.
Oh.
I love the Shiver Star Planet. That's one of my all-time favorites in all of Kirby. All of those levels are really fun. But I love the weird twist that you end up going into a weird factory in the Winter Wonderland, and then you end up fighting a giant mech on top of a city that's not winter at all at the end. It's just super weird and strange. But very good game. Or part of the game. One of my favorite boss fights in Kirby 64 as well as on Shiver Star. So wanted to make sure I mentioned that. And Kirby is inherently cozy and cute and comfortable, so he paired along with the winter aesthetic. Just 10 out of 10.
Shout out
And
to Kirby, right?
Still the best Kirby game. That's not true. I think Planet of Robobot's better, but 64 is my second favorite still.
Y'all want to know something?
What?
I never played
Never
a
played
Kirby
a
game.
Kirby. Yeah. I figured
None?
you'd say that. No.
You can play the first Kirby game in like 20 fucking minutes, so you could just blast through that.
Literally,
It's
like
that
20
short.
minutes.
If
Like,
you
it's-
you had the option to float across every level and not even play the game. It's crazy.
yeah,
Oh, what?
Yeah, you could just float across every stage and float to the end and then fight DDD at the end and you win.
it's literally 20 minutes long.
It's so short,
Dude,
so
if I
short.
bought that as a kid and I did that, I'd be so set.
Well, I think I don't know if I was a kid if I would have even put it together that I could just skip everything, but
That's true.
but it's
That's
still
true.
it's still cute in what it is. But Kirby really didn't find its identity till Adventure, so which is
Yeah,
the
you couldn't
second
even.
game on
There
the
was
NES.
no copy abilities in the first one.
Yeah,
It was just-
he wasn't even pink yet.
Wait,
Yeah.
I lied. I played Kirby's Air Ride. There we go. Got a little Kirby in me.
It's a
not
little
really Kirby.
overrated, but
but-
we'll accept it.
Yeah, it's fun, but
I would really recommend Planet Robobot to anybody. That game is super duper fun.
3DS, right?
Yes, super good. Definitely one of the best 3DS games. Definitely the best Kirby game. But Kirby 64, trust me, not Zach, is a great game. So
Hey,
would recommend.
honestly,
I own it.
I hate to say recency bias, but I really like Forgotten Land.
Forgotten Land is
good.
very good too.
Yeah.
I need to go back and finish it because I never finished it. I know that one's not. No Kirby game is really long, to be fair. So
Kirby can have a gun in that game, and you can shoot people with a gun.
What?
So yeah. So
took a page out of Shadow of the
Great.
Hedgehog's book. My only beef with Kirby games is that almost all of them have like a secret, like true final boss that you can only fight if you 100% the games, and 100%ing Kirby games is really annoying because it's
Forgotten
Kirby
Land's
games.
last boss is tough.
Do you have to 100% it to get to that one too?
Oh yeah, you gotta do all of it. Yeah, but it was well worth it.
Yeah, because it's like I remember specifically in Kirby 64, it's like there'll be like crystal shards that you can find, and it's like you can't backtrack in the game at all. Like once you enter a new room, you're there. And it's like
Ooh.
sometimes you'll just be falling from the roof, and it'll be like, oh, there's a crystal to the left that you just fell by, and you couldn't see it till it's too late. It's like a lot of bullshit like that. So it's like I don't think, even though I love Kirby 64, I don't think I've ever actually gotten the true final boss because it was just too tedious getting all the crystal shards. But yeah, good old Kirb.
Good old Curb. I've got another one.
Hit me.
Phendrana Drifts in Metroid Prime. Also an all-timer Nintendo song.
Yeah.
And that it's hard for me, like in that game, like I really enjoyed that game. I can't really describe what makes that area fun from a gameplay perspective, but I really like the music and I always enjoyed being there.
Mhm.
There
Yeah, just
is
good
like
atmosphere.
yeah, it has like that half pipe with like you can do the morph ball like just rolling up and down. That's fun.
It was fun.
And like just when you walk in there and you get the first overview with the song, the big icy lake's a good set piece. It's a cool level. But yeah, that song is one of my favorites. I think I've told y'all before. I used to listen to this playlist called 75 Minutes of Relaxing and Calming Nintendo Music. There's like 4 of them.
Oh hell yeah, those are the best.
Yeah, and there's songs that like I really like from that playlist, and as I experience them for the first time in a game, one of them was a couple of them where they're in Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, and then Phendrana Drifts is in Metroid Prime. So when I hear those songs the first time in the game, I kind of pop off a little bit.
I had
but,
the same
yeah,
pop off
that's
when I played Pikmin for the first time.
Dude, Pikmin's music is so good.
It's so good, but it's like a lot. Pikmin is like the entire soundtracks of those games were in these compilations. So it's like I played Pikmin,
Yep.
I'm like, oh my god, this is what it's from. This is what I've been missing out on.
Yep.
So good.
I would like to play Pikmin 1 and 2 over the break.
You
but
should.
we'll see.
Pikmin 1 you could beat in like under 5 hours for sure. So Pikmin 2 I think it took me closer to like the 10 to 12 range. So
Okay.
and I think Pikmin 3 is around that. So I want to get to Pikmin. I want to finish Pikmin 3 possibly this winter break as well. And then I've heard mixed things about Pikmin 4, but I still want to try it out. So
Pikmin 4 is fantastic.
don't
Whoever's
listen.
telling you
Don't
mixed
listen to
things
the
needs be
haters.
Harassed. That was like my number 3 game last year. That was really
Wow,
good.
man, was that last year? It feels like it was longer ago for some reason.
I think it was last year.
I believe you. Time just isn't real. So
Yeah. So,
yes, Tyler.
one I got. It's from one of Craig's favorite games. So it's kind of like a whole area in the game, and that's Diddy Kong Racing. You know, the winner spot in there. I don't even know if Craig got that far.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did? All right. So you got Everfrost Peak. This is why it looked like I was out of it, because I was trying to look up the level names. So I had no clue what to remember.
You're good.
Everfrost
Just so you
Peak.
know, don't feel bad. I was messing with you.
Oh, I know you were.
Take this more seriously, Tyler.
Yeah, you fucking bitch.
Yeah, like finish
You're
games.
fired.
Finish games for the episode.
That's true.
Hey,
if we were doing
let's not attack.
if
let's
we
not
were doing
attack
job
anyone here.
performance, I think
Let's
Zach
not
would be
attack
on the
anyone
verge
here.
of getting fired more than Tyler.
Let's not attack anyone here. I'm trying my best.
Listen here, we
What do you
just
have a
keep you around
full-time
for
job and a
nails,
wife, you
right?
fucking loser? You should be playing video games.
Yeah, come on. We're trying to get Big Justice and AJ on the show.
I know they're never gonna take us seriously if you don't finish Clock Tower.
You're right. I'll adjust next year. I'll do better next year.
What if Big Justice and AJ are like really big Super Famicom fans and like they've played like a ton of like fan translated games?
What if they're really big generations behind fans? They're just
Just
like,
low
that's their
key.
thing.
Dude, could you imagine we get a comment from them on YouTube and it's just like 5 of the freaking arm pumping emojis?
Oh my god,
Dude,
I'd be so excited.
we'd made it.
Yeah, we'd have to
honestly.
end the show on a high note. Just cancel it right there.
Oh man.
Tyler,
Anyway,
please continue before
yeah,
we talk
sorry.
about Big Justice for 10 more minutes.
Moving on, I heard Big
Sorry,
Justice
sorry.
and AJ are big Diddy Kong Racing fans. That's why for winter levels,
Of
you know,
course,
we
of
got
course.
Everfrost Peak, Walrus Cove, Snowball Valley, Frosty Village, Icicle Pyramid. I feel like in that you got the whole theme. You got one where it's like a Christmas village, you're driving through it and all that. Don't really like that level though, but the theme of it's great. I just don't like the aspect of it because I always get screwed over on that level. Then you got the one where you're like going through the whole like little caverns and stuff, or not like glaciers kind of thing, I guess you could say. And it's
Yep.
cool because you know you got the planes, you got the car, you could do it in different ways. Actually, don't use the car, use the hovercraft. I'm corrected. But and then also like the boss of that one. So in Diddy Kong Racing, if you don't know, you fight like an animal, like beast kind of thing for each boss. And this one, of course, like a giant walrus, and you're kind of just racing down this huge snow hill, getting the adrenaline. You know, the songs for the boss ones, they go like really hard, especially when you're getting near the end. And yeah, it's just a great level overall. Just racing down the mountain, getting the adrenaline. Walrus right behind you, rubber banding like a motherfucker.
Dude, he's tough
But,
as hell. That was one of the hardest
yeah.
ones for me.
Yeah.
The boss fights in
love
Diddy
that
Kong
game.
Racing are broken as hell. I really think they're so unfair. That was one of the things that bugs me most about that game.
Dude, when you try to do them,
Because you
I
have to
don't
do
know
them a
if you go back
second
to the-
time, right, to unlock the final
Yeah.
level. Yeah, that's when
Yeah,
I
you
was like,
gotta,
I'm not
like-
going to play this game anymore. I'm like, I'm
Those
already
are
not having
fun.
fun at this point.
and then there's one, like when you play the DS remake, like the one that I said don't play it.
Yeah.
So there's like a third one where like you're racing them, but then you also got to use the touchscreen to tap these balloons that you see pop up
Oh,
on the
yeah.
map while you're focusing on the race.
That's
And then
crazy.
it's also like the harder version of the race. Like, it's just
It's ludicrous.
then when you go all in, it's like oh
Nah.
there's the balloon, oh there's the balloon.
Like, casually playing that game, just playing through it, doing races and stuff, very fun. All the boss fights and different things like that, absolute horseshit. So,
Yeah,
WizPig's a top 5 Nintendo villain.
is he?
No,
I'd say so.
but he's cool.
Yeah,
Nah,
like he's
top
up there with Wart.
Yeah,
And-
Wart, yeah.
And
Crazy that
who
game's still
else?
not on NSO, honestly.
Yeah, at this point, well, that and Donkey Kong 64 are big omissions that I think. But since they're adding more Donkey Kong stuff, and then we're getting Donkey Kong Country Returns, I'm almost wondering if they're like that's kind of like the hype build up as they're adding these
Yeah.
these Donkey Kong games that are missing.
As people have been thinking, but like, okay, at this point, it's December. We're recording on December 21st. I think Donkey Kong Returns comes out in a month. So they're gonna have to like hit those two quick.
Dude,
in
they shadow
January.
drop games sometimes like real life.
Yeah, so they might just do them both at the same time. They're like N64
Maybe so.
update, bitch.
Like it might be
Yeah.
like 3:24 in the morning, and they'll be like, "Donkey Kong 64 is now available."
Yeah, you're right. I want to get the DK rap on the Switch, basically. Is what I
Hell
mean.
yeah.
I've been
This-
trying since day one to get Christian to sing it live on stream.
This Kong has got a funny face. They're just really mean to Lanky for no reason. Everyone else is
then
getting
there's
complimented on their
Chunky.
skills, and they're like, "This guy's
He's
fucking
dead.
ugly." It's really rude. Shout out to the Donkey Kong rap. There's a really good. Have you guys ever heard of the YouTuber Joel Harver? Very funny. Would recommend. He does like short, he does full length films now. But for a long time he used to do like short films and like animated stuff. And he did like a thing where it was like him, it was an animation of Lanky Kong reacting to the intro of that game, like on launch day, like being all
Yeah.
excited to see his part of the intro, and then like him calling like Rare, being like, "What the hell? He's got a funny face." It's so stupid, but it's a really good bit. I would definitely recommend you guys look that up.
That's pretty funny.
It's super funny. All right, so my last two are kind of cheating because they're not really levels per se, but just kind of like seasonal times, I guess, in a game. So I wanted to bring up Persona 4 during the winter times of that game. So I think from like December to like February is when it's the snowy time of that game, and just the whole aesthetic and feeling of walking around like a small town in Japan during the winter. It has like really good music playing, as of course it does. It's Persona and it's winter music. But seeing the snowfall, everything kind of has like that foggy sheen to it, but it's like that like kind of whiter fog opposed to the more dangerous, gross yellow fog that you see in most of Persona 4. And it's just such a cozy feeling, like walking around a small town doing typical JRPG things, hanging out with your friends and doing your dungeon crawling and whatnot. So just a very great part of that game that encapsulates the feeling of winter, even if you're experiencing it not during the winter, which is cool. As I admitted on the last episode for Persona 3, Persona 4 is my favorite Persona still. I love that game to death. The more I think about it, I'm like, that's still the one. And my favorite part of that game is the winter section, so good old Persona 4.
Shout out.
Shout out. But all the Persona games have like a winter-ish section, so since they all run on their good calendar system, so you could get that same great feeling in Persona 3 and in Persona 5 as well. But the small town setting of Persona 4 is just inherently cozy already, so that's that. And I also had, this is the last one I had written down, and like I said, kind of cheating, but I don't care. Just Animal Crossing during the winter. It doesn't get better than that, so.
I love fucking up the snowman, making
It's
his
so
head
funny.
bigger
And he's like,
questions
oh
his
no.
what have you done to me?
It's so funny. I was gonna bring that up. But yeah, I love, and then, the actual, like, Christmas events and New Year's events, it's cool that Animal Crossing does that kind of stuff, so. Playing games with a calendar system, whether it be in-game or in real life, is always fun. Playing these games and being able to experience seasons in a virtual, interesting way. So, love me some Animal Crossing during the winter, especially. Definitely the best time to play Animal Crossing.
I can't remember if I talked about it in the show or not, but that's what I did for New Year's Eve 2020 into 2021 was Animal Crossing. I celebrated it with my village and friends.
Woo!
Yeah. But, yeah, that was a weird time, so.
We were all dying. It's fine.
Yeah, it's all fine. It's fine.
We made it. You guys have any more on your list?
I have a few. Tyler, do you have any more?
One more quick mention I got. I don't know if you want to go over yours and I'll do mine.
I've got like 3 more, so maybe just
Throw it out there, Tyler.
yeah, just
All
knock
right.
these out. Yeah.
All right, so it's not really considered the best of the franchise, but one that's not too bad. Spyro: A Hero's Tale on the PS2, GameCube, and it's on the Xbox. I believe it's when it's near the beginning of the game. There's like a whole little Christmas kind of village section that you can get to, and that thing, just the theme of it, being in like a little Christmas village, and you got the nice little slow, peaceful kind of music going on, and it's overall nice little vibe.
That is that the one that you could speedrun really fast? Because I think I speedrun that game before.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, you could beat that game in like under 10 minutes. It's really funny. You could just clip to the final boss's room from the main overworld. So I've done that before. It's really fun. So I've beaten that game, but I haven't actually played it, which is awesome.
It hasn't got to the winter section.
It counts.
Exactly. I was like, the credits rolled. It counts. All right, Zach, give us your final levels.
So the first one, this one is also kind of cheating, but one of my favorite games ever is SSX Tricky. It's a snowboarding game, so it's all snow, winter.
A winter game.
But Garibaldi's the first level of the game, and it just starts off with a big-ass hill where you do a bunch of tricks off of it. And whenever I go replay that game, I literally only play Garibaldi. So is you get the best character you have, max out his trick stat, jump off the mountain, do a bunch of tricks, do that level over and over again. That's all I do.
Hell yeah.
Fun level, fun game. The next two, kind of an honorable mention. I feel like I don't talk about Xenoblade Chronicles enough for how much I enjoy that series. I kind of always forget that I love that series. But there's a section in I had to look up the name of it in Xenoblade 1, Valak, Valak Mountain. So it's just a big snowy mountain, and it has like these ice crystals, these giant ice crystals that look cool. But at nighttime, there's like these like laser beams of lights. Like the whole area is like snowy mountain, giant ice crystals, and like cool light lasers. And it just looks really cool. The music's really good. Um, the game has that game's awesome. Xenoblade One, it's one of my favorites.
I need to finish it.
Um,
I
it's so
played
good.
I played like the first 20 hours or so on the Wii,
Yep.
before the 3DS version or the Switch version ever came out. So I've played the inferior version, but it's okay because when I play it, I do plan on playing the 3DS version because I think it'd be funny. So that's gonna be
It's
the
so
way that
funny that's a thing, but I want to obtain the Wii version of that game because I liked the Switch version
it's
so
so
much.
cheap now too. For a long time,
Yeah,
that was like one of the expensive Wii games, and now it's like you can get it for like $20 any day of the week. So.
yeah,
But I
I
really
want to
enjoyed
pick
what I
that up.
played of it back in the day. I remember dying to a lot of fall damage, which felt unfair.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
That
overall,
game's
very
cool though
good
because
game.
the way those levels are built, like they let you jump off of the top of the world and fall down to the bottom. Like it's just
Hmm.
cool that it's all one big continuous thing.
Yeah.
It's not like sectioned off.
Yeah, I
Um,
really need to go back and play the because I would love to play just all of them at once, all the DLC, everything, just to go nuts and do it. So I think I'm going to eventually because I've played about probably like 15 to 20 hours of Xenoblade Chronicles 2 as well when that came out because I was just excited because at the time there still wasn't a ton of Switch games. Like we were starting to
yeah,
get some stuff like we had Mario Odyssey and everything by then, but it was a very good time. So I want to go back and play it. And then I haven't touched Xenoblade 3 at all. I own it, but that's just in preparation for when I decide to go through them all. But I do think I will play 3DS Xenoblade Chronicles just for the bit
yeah. The only
because
DLC I haven't played is the second Xenoblade 2's DLC. I love three. I love one. They're probably like tied, and then two I still really enjoy. I didn't. I need to give that game another shot. I kind of rushed through that game, so I
it's
didn't.
funny because I feel
I
like
didn't
2 is most people's favorite actually.
Yeah, well, two is also the one a lot of people played first because it was like it came to Switch first,
Yeah.
so a lot of people like picked it up and
Mhm.
It also seems to be
um,
the most anime bullshitty, but
yes, and it has Pyra and Mithra, which have their own fans. I'll say,
for
uh,
better for worse.
yeah, I like two. It's just not my favorite one, but I'm looking forward to Xeno X next year. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that would be cool. I played that
Finally
for
getting
like
them
an
on Switch.
hour on Wii U back in the day, and I was like, no, and then I turned it off. So I wasn't a fan of it, but I would like to retry it once it gets re-released. So I just remember the soundtrack being awful. I was like
Oh,
really,
really?
I remember because it's like Xenoblade One is I can't speak for two or three because I don't remember twos honestly, but one has amazing music. Mostly because
Yeah,
my girl Yoko Shimomura helped to work on some of the songs on the soundtrack, and a lot of the music she worked on is the best songs in the game. But
yeah.
yeah, Xenoblade Chronicles X had like a lot of like weird like industrial rap, but it just wasn't good. So at least from what I remember. So
Yeah, it's there's some I don't fully I might butcher this, but there's some Xenoblade 1, 2, and 3. Um, they have like all British voice acting,
hmm
you know. Um, and then so Xeno X is in like a different, my understanding, a different timeline of those three games. And it all has American voice acting. Um, and I think maybe that has some of the reason with the music change. Maybe that's why, because it's like a different like reality. I don't know. Just making that up, but
in this reality,
I know Xeno
we
X.
love really poorly produced hip hop.
Yeah, yeah.
Good
I did have
times. Yes.
one more quick one, and I'm gonna be brief because I don't want to spoil stuff. This one is actually like a cool moment I don't want to spoil. Radiant Dawn. Towards the
Mm.
end of the game, there's some important areas that take place in the snow, and there's some really cool character moments. If you've played Radiant Dawn, you might know. But really cool. One of the best Fire Emblem maps in general is a big snowy map in that game, and then a really cool thing happens to one of the characters around that time.
Nice.
It kind of pushes you towards the climax of that game. So
Yeah. Next year, we definitely need to do back to back Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn. I want to make that a goal for the show next year.
yeah, I need an excuse to re obtain my Radiant Dawn. So
I got one more I quickly want to shout out real quick.
Yeah, of course.
I just thought of it. So you guys ever played the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon games, the original ones?
played Red and
Not
Blue. Yeah,
really. I
Red and
know
Blue.
of them, but
So there's this one like part where you're kind of it's kind of like the main plot of the story, I guess, when it's kind of really unfolding, and it's like this whole winter section. You got to go find Ninetales for some reason, and you get kind of one of the big party members. Well, a cool Pokemon in your party that joins it at this time, and it's also when you're going you're fighting like the legendary birds per se. Like, it's kind of hard to say. You kind of get banished from the town per se for some reason, and you kind of got to work your way to get back. And it's kind of like a whole like it's kind of sad at first, then it kind of gradually gets better, and then you kind of like go through the whole snow section. It's kind of I don't know, just the mood and the atmosphere. I really like it.
It's just all about that winter aesthetic, man. Everyone loves it.
Yeah. Remember they fall over and they're like shivering. They're like, "Oh, we got to get back. We got to keep running because they're like there's like a mob chasing them. Get them!
A
It's over
Pokemon.
there!"
Pokemon.
Yeah, pretty
if you will.
much.
I want to try. I have obviously Mystery Dungeons on Switch now, the Game Boy Advance one, and I have the remake for
Like the
Switch as
shit out
well.
of that.
So I need to play one of those versions. I don't know which one I would rather play though. So
Well, I mean, if you play the Switch one, then you get like access to both versions of Pokemon. So,
that's the way to do it.
yeah, I would
Or you
say.
can play it through NSO, so if some reason you got a save state or rewind, it's always available to you.
That's true.
So dumb.
Us real gamers only use save states after all. So
Of
When they
course.
had the remake on Switch, and then they put Red Rescue Team on. So dumb. I was so mad. When Zach sent me that, I was like, "What?"
so funny. You know
I
what?
got you to buy it first.
Winter is cool. Shout out to Winter.
Literally,
We're in
I
it right
agree.
now. I'm thriving. I'm happy.
there is cool.
Coziest I've ever
Winter's
been.
best part of the year.
We got our heater fixed in my house, so we're not freezing to death anymore. Because we didn't have a proper heater for about the first 2 years we lived here. So it kept
Speaking of cool,
randomly cutting out.
shout out to the old Nestea iced tea drink that was just called Cool, and it had like an ice or snowman on it or whatever. That shit was good.
That's fun.
Just saying.
I think I remember that actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look it
fucked
up. Look
snowman.
up
Yeah,
Cool
yeah, yeah,
iced
yeah.
tea.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
I was wish they would have like brought that back.
There you go. I was gonna say we have some write-ins. I don't want to forget about them since I'm forgetful lately.
Wanna
Do
one
all
of
three
each,
of
or
you
what?
have them pulled up? We have 3 write-ins, so we could evenly divide.
I do.
Yes.
All right, I'll go first. Tyler goes second. Zach goes last. So first up, we have
Sounds good.
John wrote in. He said, "Hey guys, John here once again, and my favorite ice level in a racing game you might or might not have heard of called Hydro Thunder, and the level is called the Arctic Circle. This is my favorite boat racing arcade game, and also Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you guys. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year's to you as well. I've played Hydro Thunder. I do not remember this, but I believe you, so I'm sure it's great." But I played Hydro
Sounds a
Thunder in
big
the
Hydro
arcade,
Thunder
so that's
game.
probably why I never got far enough to see the winter level, because arcade
Also,
games are
we have
hard.
Limited experience with Hydro Thunder for the same reason. Cool name though.
All right,
Yeah.
real quick, guys. I have a booster pack I could open up in Pokemon TCG Pocket, so we're gonna go ahead and
Is
do
it
that
winter
live.
themed? Is it winter themed? Is it winter?
Oh,
I
let's
hope
do
so. Maybe I'll get a
Yo, pack battle real quick.
pack battle. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm putting it up right now.
Open it up. You probably have enough money to just buy a pack. You fucking
No,
heathen. So
I have 4
Look.
packs I can open for my premium and my regular.
the hell's a pack battle?
We doing Mythical
yeah,
Island?
yes, Mythical. So we both open it and just see who gets the better cards.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
okay.
Is this even gonna work? It's so hard to see.
I'm just gonna open the first one.
Let the
Alright,
camera
ready?
focus.
I get to be the judge since I can't play. Who has the
Oh, man.
coolest?
This is not gonna work for me, is it?
Pidgeotto, let's go.
Chatot,
Alright.
Yeah.
Boom.
this ugly guy. I don't know his name.
There's a Mew in the background of that card art though.
Coughing.
Hoffer.
Kramer. Yeah.
And we got the full art Executor.
And I just got Vaporeon.
So I think I win this
Uh-oh.
one.
Alright,
Yeah,
Craig won
Craig
that
definitely
one.
wins that one.
Craig
That's
got
cool.
the-
This is the second full art Executor I've gotten, so I'm going
I don't
to
have that one yet.
going to jump off of a bridge because I'm tired of getting the
Well,
same full arts over and
If
over
I
again.
don't get it yet, you can give me that and I'll give you the Lapras.
There you go.
There you
All right,
go.
Tyler. Sorry for wasting you guys' time. Tyler, if you want to go ahead and read the second write-in.
Alright, once my phone wants to go back to that. Alright, here we go. Patrick, this is Patrick. My favorite winter level to this day remains Cool Mountain in Mario 64. From throwing the baby penguin down the level in sadistic fashion to the music and getting stuck in the snow. It was such a fun level. Also, the intro to Final Fantasy VI with the Magitek armor trudging through the snow is forever embedded in my brain.
Good taste. All right, Zach, want to go ahead and read the last one?
Hello, all. Jason here once again. I thought I would be different than for this write-in. For instead of just picking 5 of my favorite winter levels from a bunch of different games, I've decided to pick my top 5 levels from my favorite franchise, Mega Man. Number 5, Chill Man stage from Mega Man 10. Number 4, Frost Walrus stage from Mega Man X4. 3 is Freeze Man stage for Mega Man 7. I don't envy people making the Mega Man games and they have to make Chill Man and then Freeze Man and they just they're like
Frost
running
Man.
out of waste. Yeah, exactly.
So like, we're running out of cold words.
Yeah. Number 2, Chill Penguin stage from Mega Man X. Number 1 is Blizzard Man from Mega Man 6. Crazy, there are 6 Mega Mans on the NES.
I know. Isn't
Isn't
that
it just
wild when you think
bonkers to
about
think
that?
about?
Imagine any series getting 6 entries on one console modern day. That would never happen.
They were booming out. They're all like, bam 1, bam 2.
And he says, well, that's just some of my favorite winter levels from the Mega Man franchise. And if I were to pick a runner-up, I guess it would be Nice Man Stage from Mega Man Powered Up, an excellent remake made for the PSP, unlike some other remake that was made for modern, current day hardware.
What? You
Well,
read
I
that
would
whole
just
thing
say-
without technical difficulties. I'm proud
I
of
would
you.
just say...
He could
well,
be
it's
talking
'cause
about anything.
I was just going to say, because I've never even heard of Mega Man Powered Up, and that sounds like a really shitty game that you should not play.
Yeah,
So-
if you like Mega Man Powered Up, fuck you. Just kidding.
You don't chew Big Red.
Stupid.
You never actually heard of Mega Man Powered Up?
It doesn't surprise me that there's a remake. Is it just a original?
Yeah, it's a remake of the first one.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
PSP.
Doesn't
Got
surprise
a
me.
little chibi art style. It's actually pretty cool. Kind of been cool if they would have done the others that way, but they never did.
Nah, they did it for X as well, though, which is kind of neat. So.
Yeah, Maverick Hunter, right?
So shout out to the winter. We love it. We're cozy. We're happy. Boys, this was a good one. I had a lot of fun. This is our shortest episode in a while, but
Yeah,
it's because we're
Still
not
2 hours.
exactly. And I think
it was an
I
hour.
think we only
and a half
talked about the
of
actual
Justice
topic
and
for about
AJ.
30 minutes. So we do that sometimes. Thank you.
I gave this episode a boom, 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 boom.
There we go. The fifth one. Thank you.
Let's go.
So that was a lot of fun. Remember, for the next episode, please write in, some of your favorite games you played last year, whether they be retro, modern, favorite indies. We want to hear just about your year in gaming in 2024. If you participated in playing along for the show, any of the games we played, please be sure to let us know. Let us know your favorite game that you played along with for the show. And we appreciate you all being around here. Zach, why don't you say goodbye to the people?
Sorry, Tyler just caught me off guard with that one. Goodbye to the people. Thanks for watching. If you made it through this, we really appreciate it. It's been a hell of a lot of fun, and I can't wait to do another year plus of this podcast. And Big Boom AJ is totally inspiring me to look away from the screen in fear.
In
But-
fear.
I'm
Something
sorry,
about-
Big Boom AJ.
Something about those eyebrows are very striking.
He has very striking eyebrows.
All right, Tyler, why don't you say goodbye to the people?
You know, guys, it was a great episode. No, I'm done. I'm
Stupid.
not doing that. I need my camera to refocus. Jeez. All right, there we go. This is a great episode. Always love the winter time. I like the cool better than the heat.
Mhm.
So
Oh, yeah.
it's always good for me. It just snowed yesterday for me.
Nice.
It looked all pretty outside. Still snow on the roofs. Looking good. It's probably gonna melt by Christmas. Ain't gonna have a white Christmas. Haven't had one of those in a while, but
I never have.
Yeah.
I'm from the desert, so.
yeah. But yeah, it's been good. It's always good when we get
Oh.
to get together and talk.
I forgot to ask you guys, what is your winter break goal game that you want to try to beat during these Christmas times when we have some extra
Yeah.
time off?
Yeah.
Do you have
time
one
off,
game
yeah,
that you're
okay.
determined to get done?
I don't have one game. I have so many games.
That's fair.
I can
Well,
list
you
them off for you. I got it written
Do
down.
it, just rapid
Uh,
fire.
Somehow in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to complete Indiana Jones, Black Myth Wukong, Dragon Quest III, Call of Duty's campaign, WarioWare on the GameCube. I'm going to finish Metaphor. I'm going to play UFO 50. I'm going to play Nine Souls, Marvel Rivals, and Zelda Echoes of Wisdom.
No, you're not. All right, Tyler, what are some games you want to beat?
So I'm gonna beat the no vacation time simulator to where I gotta work and
That's
I
fair.
only have off on Christmas.
Hey, that's still an extra day.
Yeah, it's one day, but I'm gonna be with family and stuff, so I mean, I ain't got really time to play.
Yeah,
but...
fuck them. Just bring your Switch. Be like,
I
what
plan
game
on
did you
being
get
right
me?
All right,
Cool.
it's
See
time
you
to open
later.
gifts, and I'm just like,
Exactly.
I'm gonna be right here for 2 weeks. And I'm gonna play.
Not gonna
games
move.
like a fucking madman.
you know what? You know what you could do to really get those done. So like, play Black Myth Wukong, but then have like a long play of
One play
Dragon
on the other
Quest
screen.
3.
You're right.
There
You're right.
you
You're
go.
right. I can do that.
You get 2 done
Knock
in
out
one
2
go,
games at
man.
once.
You're right.
That's the perfect
it's actually
idea.
not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
That's
I
a
might do
terrible
that.
idea.
I could have multiple. I could have several screens up. I could total brain rot. Watch like 5 games at once.
You could be like those memes
a good
where they're
idea.
like boring ass movie and they're watching Family Guy on their phone
Yeah, exactly.
to some Subway Surfer below it.
I think I might do that actually.
It's terrible.
But anyhow,
Tyler,
We'll
you
see
Yeah,
saw
the
how
next
many games
next episode is gonna be like, well, Zach, what have you been playing? Well, I've been watching this and this and this and this and this, and I've been playing
it
this
changes
and this and this.
change the name of the section of that show to what we've been playing / watching.
yeah, about 17 hours into a long play of Black Myth Wukong,
I really like the monkey.
like the monkey.
I've heard that's fun
Man.
too. I've heard that's basically a boss rush game, which is kind of cool. So,
Yeah, yeah.
but I'm already gonna get my ass kicked in Demon's Souls. So, all right, boys.
I want to play some. I want to watch you play some of that through screen share. I would love to.
That'd be
sit down with
fun.
you.
We should do that because we need to hang out and play some Marvel Rivals together anyway. So,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
hell yeah! All right, boys. I think this was all right. I think this is where we call it. It's been a lovely time. We appreciate you all listening, watching. Make sure you share it with your coworker, your friend, your grandma. Sure they'd all love it. And we'll see you all next year in 2 weeks. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a Happy
2025.
Hanukkah. Have a Happy Kwanzaa. Have a Happy New Year. And take care.
All those things.
Very happy Kwanzaa.
Adios.